What's up, Paul? Good to see you. Welcome to the first live at home, bro. David Bennett. What's up, dude? What's going on, guys? I'm going live just to do an unboxing of some stuff that I've got in. Say what's up, of course. I'm going to sort some fishing buckets, I think. Make sure I got all my stuff kind of organized and ready to go. How's everybody doing? Quick dinner tonight, guys. It was poutine. Whipped the poutine together. Gravy, you know. Quick meal. Gonna try not to eat on camera. I'm almost done it, but chillin', Paul. What's up, Northern? Yeah, it's going good. Just went live to do some unboxing of some stuff I've been waiting for. Reef Robber, he sent me some awesome stuff. 25 hooks here. These are good. We're gonna open them up right up out of the package and have a look at them. I think they're gonna be amazing for big cats, like amazing. And they're Advantage Salmon, Alpha Point, man, Alpha Point. These look good quality, and I don't know. I gotta look in our Canadian shops to see whether or not whether I can get these, and these too. I don't know if I can get these in Canada or not either. But bro, these things look amazing, and Reef did his big giveaway there, and he had some of these on the giveaway. Once I got my eyes on these, like just in his giveaway, I was like, dude, I need some of these. I need, you know. So I think these are amazing. They're number 5s. They're a bit big, but that's good. They're heavy. Single hook on the bottom. They're barbed, but I can file that barb down. Get away with fishing these in like brown trout areas and trout areas after the opener that are only artificial baits allowed and barbless single hooks, no trebles. What's up, Karen? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Yeah, Karen, as you see, I only got a couple mods in here. We kind of just, well, Saturday stream, were you there? I think you might have been, because I think they were cleared off for that. Oh, thanks. Oh, appreciate it, Karen. Thanks for commenting on my short, too. That just popped up. But anyways, hope everybody's having a good week. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. There's a couple mods in there. I mean, it's everybody can connect. My channel's got the ad tags there. Everyone's awesome people that comes through here. If I feel for any reason they're not going to be here. Kind of idea. I mean, I hate to be like that. You guys are all awesome. So everybody's mod, like everybody is blue worthy that comes and hangs out and says what's up. I appreciate that, David. Like, so I don't want anybody to. Okay. What are we doing here? Pin message. Yeah, of course. And I'll maybe add more. It's we'll see. We got 8 folks in the house hanging out. I appreciate everyone equally, honestly. So yeah, these, and I don't know. The blade looks like a French blade. Well, what I think of like all the different blades that are out there, you know, you have the Colorado blade, you have the, you know, there's a few different blades that you'll see, like couple different shapes. That it's familiar to me to a French blade. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but they don't cheap out on these. They're engraved steelhead slammer on there. I'm so thankful to have these baits and get a chance to try these out. After, we're gonna put a new hook on this too, because it's so I don't know where these ones were made. This one says made in France. Like, I think Meps overall has been purchased by another bigger company. You know, for years, if I got hooked on something, I'd lose my bait usually, depending if I could get it out from the other side. But this year, I guess the last, I don't know whether it's been 6 months, 5 months, I have a feeling the hooks were changed. a little bit. So this, I've been bending hooks a lot more. Actually, this year, I'd say. I've even had fish bend the hooks, and in previous years I didn't have that, but I'm happy about that. Because in this case, I got snagged on something, and I just kept at it, kept at it, kept at it, and then the part of the hook that was lodged broke off for me. Perfect. I can easily put another treble hook on here. So we're going to clip this one on. We're going to add a split ring to it. Don't mind me, guys. I'm a bit tired. It's Thursday night. You know, you get tired, get up and you go every day and get a bit tired. So if I look a bit tired, hope everybody's having a good one. It's the main thing. Only 4 folks in the house. I know we're not fishing. The home streams might take some time to get people in, or we might not have many people in. Regardless, I got another package of stuff here. We'll go through. Oh, one more thing. I know there's only 4 people in here. Yo-Yo, shout out to Yo-Yo. I have that underwater camera I've been playing with. There's going to be some more uploads coming out about this. This is actually a tripod, and there's going to be video coming out about this, and I'll have a discount code. Now what this does is, when I throw that camera down there, the line will come through like this fork, kind of. And it's remote control. I can turn that line so we can go like this with the camera down there. You know what I mean? Like the actual camera line. So I can pan around, find my bait. And so I think that's a great add to any underwater camera, right? Control your line. So I will have a product discount code for this when I upload the video, if anybody's interested in buying one. Back here, of course, shout out to Reef Robber again. High quality, great quality hat. I've wore this fishing a bunch of times. How many months have I had this? Quite some time. I don't wear it on every fishing trip, but I've been wearing it more lately. This hat company that he uses, or this hat, that is, look at that logo. Man, durable. It looks brand new, right? I've been wearing the crap out of this hat a little bit here and there. Doesn't that look like it just got out of the box? No fade, no nothing. That's clean. Clean still. So durable. No loose stringies, no nothing. Boom. So we're showcasing Reef there too. Nice shirt. Yeah, thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. These aren't available to the public currently. There's too much involved in it, really. Shipping costs are crazy. Another shout out to Reef. To ship anything nowadays from even small. So this and this came together in a small package, right? You guys want to know how much it costs to ship that here? Ridiculous amount. And then the costs of the actual product. Shipping from Canada to the US or US to Canada, it's not worth it. I mean, who's got to pay that premium is obviously the receiver. I mean, it's not in my case, but I'm just saying it gets overly expensive shipping all this stuff. It's a certain rate and that's it. It's all taxed. It's all, man, it's sad. It's sad that, but we're not going to get into politics or nothing like that, but it's costing way too much even to ship a gift from here south to here. That's got to change. That does, in my opinion. It's sad. It's not right. We're all the, you know, it's yeah, that's right, Mike. Hey, how you doing, Mike? Yeah, totally. It's sad for us. I mean, we're all getting penalized for it more or less, and it's us. It's the people that we're not going politics though. So sadly, I'm not ever looking to ship a shirt south because it's just way too much money for the shirt and also for to ship it. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for coming in, bud. DC, how's it going? And everybody, thanks for coming in. Mike, how was your day? You at work or just going to work? All right, we're gonna start pulling stuff out, seeing what I got in this order here. First things first, yeah, I love these colors, guys. I recommend them to anybody. I'll fish these colors in clean, clear, dark. They're either gonna bite it or they're not. Usually, you know, really murky water, that's where you're gonna go chartreuse and stuff. But I use it in clear water as well. I use all different colors, you know. I find you can go through colors fishing, and it does seem like they are after hitting a certain color on a certain day. Sometimes they're just going to hit anything that moves, and they're going to hit. That's my belief. Not a professional, really. I've fished for a long time. I try to keep track of when I'm getting bites, when I'm not getting bites. Sometimes I get something figured out, and then it changes, and there's like no. So I'll throw a bright lure in all colors, and then I'll switch to like the natural, like more or less it's going to be a shiner that looks like a straight, ordinary, natural minnow or a natural color kind of they're going to see. They say fish look at shades differently. There's tons of science involved in it. Well, I'm doing good, bro. It's Thursday, working through the week. What's going on, Mike? Oh, it is? Oh, it's hurting your job? It is it? Currently, it's not hurting my job. In my small fraction of a case of my employer and my employment, somehow it's helped my job. As crazy as that sounds, the stuff I work with, it ends up going worldwide. It's shipped all over the world, everywhere. And somehow it's busy. But we'll ship more stuff overseas and stuff, and different stuff, than, say, south. We ship south too, don't get me wrong. We business all over the place, but anyways, whatever. But in some cases, yeah, I don't know if there's like a revampment of point. I don't know, but yeah. So that we added a spinner to our in this order. Boom. Always add a spinner now and then. This is another favorite bait of mine. It's the Meps. Everybody knows that. Caught a really nice walleye on one of these, and I'm like, all right. I fished with one. I fished with these a bunch, and I think it was the luck of the draw. I wasn't catching fish, and then my buddies were. I had friends that are like, dude, fish with these. I'm like, well, I do, and I end up fishing with them till I get a snag and bust it off or lose it, and I just found that, I don't know, the speed I reel in or the motion, I don't know, I just found that. But now I'm having, it's just luck of the draw. They both work well, both styles of spinners. If anything, you'd think, well, this one has to work better. It's got a bell on it, kind of idea, right? With the vibration, it's the Vibrix, right? But this clinks around too as you reel it in and give it little tweaks and stuff like that too. So both good baits in my opinion. And I love my spinner baits. All different kinds. I can't wait till the steelhead slammers are going to be. And before we unbox anything else from that bag, let's open up one of these hooks and get a close look at them. I don't know if you're sitting there. Oh, hey, Paul or Mike, you guys are around the local tackle shops and stuff. Have you seen this exact package on our shelves? And this exact hook? We should be able to get them here. I'm sure we have tons of Mustad products. It's not, we have tons. There's tons of Mustad, but these hooks, the Alpha Point. I don't know if I've seen these before, and I'm always buying hooks, adding hooks, and looking in the hook section, you know? So I gotta open one of these up quick before we continue on. 25 hooks. I won these in a draw at Reef Robbers. Boom. And he was kind and sent me 2 spinners. Went and picked up 2 spinners for me and sent them my way. Let's see here. And they look like a hardened steel. Like they, oh dude, they salmon, eh? Salmon hook. They got, like, to me, they're like a short shank. Look at these. They're a short shank, but they're catfish. Super sharp. We'll find out. We'll see how they work for catfish and bottom fish and stuff. We'll fish with these hooks tomorrow night. I don't think we'll catch catfish though. Maybe a walleye. You never know. Got some other hooks because I'm gonna be making some baits. So, what are these? I'm gonna open them right up. Laser sharp precision. The size, anyways, they're right here. A good pack of them. I think that's a 50 pack. Pretty sure it is. But anyways, small sharp hooks. I'm making some baits and I want single hooks off the bottom of them, so I'll try those out. I'll check out the quality on them before I use them on a bait, because you never know. You want to make sure you're happy with what you're using or whatever, or what you're gonna add to. What's up, Glenn? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming in. Has these in Woodstock, eh? Canadian Tire has those exact packages. Thanks if you search that up for me, Mike. And thanks if you've just seen them there and you know they have them. All right, cool. That's cool. And I'd imagine they have more sizes, so I'll have a look at like the 5s and 6s and stuff. We'll see how they work for catching fish. They're nice and sharp, and they look hardened steel. I don't know. So, but yeah, what I see looking at these, they look good. These ones here. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Thanks for everyone coming in. Everybody's equal. I know I've reduced all the moderators for now, guys. Again, everybody is equally good folk in my streams. I'm very thankful for that. We have a lot of good people that come by and say what's up and hang out. All right, okay. Everybody knows Gremlin Waits stateside. They're no longer available. What's available is what's left from their stock before they close. I don't know how long they haven't been up and running for, but we're getting to over a year or something. Oh yeah, Bobby, nice. I had a quick poutine. Actually, I'm halfway done it, or 3/4 of the way done it. Quick poutine. Oh, you got your waders from Bill's. Good, good. Nice, nice, nice. You could have told him I said what's up. I don't know if you did or not. Rocking the Bill's bait and tackle hat. I'm gonna stop by there tomorrow after work quick. Oh, you got lots you can share, Bobby? Right on. I've thrown chili on poutine before, man. It's awesome. Also like chili and cheese and fries, right? Poutine, whatever. So yeah, the Gremlin Waits. I've had a hard time. If I knew about the problem late, that they weren't going to be available, and I used to buy the big packs of them, and I'd pay a little bit in one shot, but it'd be 2 years of weights in one shot, just done. They're in your tackle box. But I went through them, and by the time I went through them, I was late on finding out the news that I wouldn't probably be able to get them anymore. So I actually drove around and I looked around to see who had stock of them. Someone had some online. I don't know whether it was eBay or something like that, but they're, to me, overpriced. So I didn't buy them, but I would have stocked up on a bunch of those bags. So, having said that, I'm trying different weights. I'm trying to find options, right? Just change those options up. Look at these. They're inline weights. We'll pull one out of the package. These are... I didn't want to get too large ones. I think these are 3/8 of an ounce. I don't know. We're going to read them up here. Or I can look at the order. It'll tell me what I ordered. Because I was having a hard time figuring out what size I wanted to buy or what weight. for the style of fishing I do, right? I'll probably order some more and get a lot heavier ones for fishing like deep, hard currents. But for me, going for sometimes the suckers and like just, you know, whatever in the grand catching, I'm gonna try this out. It's got a swivel on each side. It's like an inline weight. I don't have a scale or we'd weigh it. It says 2.5. To me, that's bigger than a 1/4 ounce. So it says 2.5 on it. I'll have to look. I got paperwork in there with the order I made. So where are we at here? I don't see a weight on this. Oh, no, they're 2.5. 2.5, 5 pieces. I need to get a small scale where I can weigh these up myself. But look at those. What do you guys think? What's up, John C? Thanks for coming in, bro. Yeah, doing good, man. We're doing a live on some stuff I bought. You missed some of it, but we're actually just getting into it. Bought hooks. Reef sent me some hooks. Some spinners. I know I posted a short on that. I added a Vibrix. Let's order them. Opening up now. Look at those colors, eh, John? Anyways, these weights, what do you guys think? We'll see how durable and how quality they are. I think in the listing I saw how much they were good for, how big, how weight of a fish they're rated for. But they're flexible. They got a swivel on each side, so inline weight. Throw it out there for fishing suckers and whatever. Definitely going to place another order. I didn't want to buy 2 packs in 2 different sizes at once. I wanted to see what these were like first. But I'm happy with what I see already. I'd hate to get a big fish on and something with the swivel break off, but I think it's a one. The wire's one piece through there. Can't be. So we'll check them out. But I think I could be onto something there. Getting away from the initial split shots for just fishing suckers or whatever, you know. Definitely need a heavier weight. I wish we had a scale to weigh this up. I got a 5-pack of those. What do you guys think? You guys think they'll work? Nice. Boom. I'm gonna try these tomorrow night, I guess. We'll see. I might be fishing 3-way swivel with these. Weight on the bottom. And we'll see. We play that by ear. Because anytime I make plans on how I'm going to fish or how I'm going to do something, I do it differently, it seems. So we're going to bring the stuff and then see how it's going to pan out. All right. Next thing. Super cool. We'll use these tomorrow night as well. And how I came across these is Steel City. I went fishing with him. Steel City Fishing. I went fishing with him one night, and he had these. And he put one on the end of my rod, and I don't know whether it's the exact same brand or whatever, but I got 3, and I got, I think, 2 batteries with it, and a charging pack. So now, if I ever need to buy any more of these for whatever reason, I can use that same charging pack, because they're all the same size battery with these. Not all of the rod tip will glow in the dark fishing. It gets dark so early. And you know, our temperatures are so funny here. I don't want to miss any comments, guys. I apologize if I have. Kind of blabbering off here. But anyway, so yeah, boom. I think that these are getting pretty popular. Again, we'll check out the quality on these and see how they work. I don't know what I paid for these. I forget now. I'd have to look at the bill. But anyways, check them out, see how they work. I think important for fishing in the dark. You can use a bell or whatever, but I think especially if I'm live streaming or even filming for long form, a lot of times when I soak bottom at night fishing, we're going to be live streaming as long as I have signal. But yeah, we'll get these in action tomorrow night too. So a lot of this stuff I get to use right away. I'll bring a pole as well. another poll, and I'll throw this a bunch of times tomorrow night too. Cindy B in the house. Sorry I missed you, Cindy B. Thanks for I have a secret mod, guys, that can text me if I miss anybody. Cindy, I hope you're still there. How long ago did you comment? Cindy B in the house. Cindy B, guys. Cindy B, awesome. Where you at? There you are. My bad. Cindy B. For some reason, my chat keeps freezing. And then you guys are messaging and it's not changing, so I don't really think I'm getting messages, but Cindy, awesome. Good, good. Hope you're doing well. You got the stickers. So did you get both packages or just one? Because I mailed twice, right? Second time might even get 2 packs of stickers. I should have got you to email me a picture of what the envelope that you got to see if it was the first one or the second one. Because Cindy, that might be the first package. Second package. Were they different stickers? I gotta remember. My lady will know which ones I sent and whatever. Rudy in the house. What's up, dude? So yeah, Cindy, I'm so thankful that I got a pack of I got mail sent to South Africa and it made it. I'm not saying it should make it, obviously, but it's nice to, awesome. Took a bit, but I'm glad it got to you. And it could have sat here in transit for so long before it even crossed over. And so who knows? You think it's the second one? Okay. All right. All right, that's okay. You might get the first one yet. What's we got in here? Split rings, all different sizes. I just bought a pack of, some of these are way too big. I don't think I'll use them for baits by the looks of it. Not all of them, but definitely the first size I'm happy with. I'm happy with all of them by the looks of it. I knew they were going to be all the different sizes, and I knew how many mils the different sizes were, but I couldn't I just came across it and I'm like, you know what, I came with it was a deal. It came with split ring pliers. I have a pair of split ring pliers already. I saw the package of another pair of split ring pliers and these together for a good price, and I'm like, boom, threw it in the cart, bottom. So split ring pliers, which I already have a pair of these that were gifted to me last year, and whatever, split rings, pretty cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, right on, all good. I'm just glad you got one of them, you know, at least. Now again, this is a double of what I already own, but it's good to own 2 of things sometimes. And I was just curious to see on what the quality would be like on these. Man, packaged nicely. They look good. They're looping pliers, I guess we'll call them. I think that's what the actual name for them is. Looping pliers. So looping pliers are going to allow me to take a straight piece of, we'll get into that maybe later. Maybe we'll put something together, but split ring pliers for helping me make baits. No, split ring pliers are here. What do I call these? Looping pliers, that's right. Looping wire looping pliers, I think. Looping pliers. Trinkets for outdoor hobbies and crafts. That's what most of this is. And I'm always scratching my head on weights and methods and inline weights and getting away from the split rings. This swivel might work well in current. Allow the, you know, who knows, swivel on these weights. I'm super happy with. Yeah, I appreciate you, Paul. Oh, as you see, Paul, you're left blue, Paul, obviously. Not obviously. Dude, you're usually always in the background and stuff. You're usually always around. I figured Thanks for being a moderator there, Paul. All right. Now, before we let me see what we want to get into. All right, so I'm going to be making some OUTFISH baits, obviously. They're dock related. We're going to go through some of the supplies I bought for those. But they're pretty exciting. Again, the shipping down south for me to send one to somebody down south, it's ridiculous. So, check that out. Then you make spinners with these. My brain's crapping out on all the scientific names for things, but as you guys know, I'm not super politically correct, and that's not what I'm all about. The thingamajiggies for making spinners, right? Or wire. It's wire, looped wire. There's a name for them, whatever, but boom. And I think I like these are going to be easy to loop. So I have a few different sizes, diameters, right? But anyways, I guess we're making bigger, heavier, dutier baits, but I think I'm going to be happy with these. I got a 100 pack right under here already. But that allows me to make 100 spinners if I want. We got some glow-in-the-dark beads. Alright. Yeah. Arts and crafts and making baits. Having fun is all it is. It's okay. I guess I'm just hands-on crafty. So like, I have a couple choices. I could start knitting. I could start knitting sweaters and things like that. Or I can just continue making baits and having fun. It's the same idea. It's crafts. It's, you occupy your time. It's, I don't know, we're creators kind of, right? It's just, hey Josie, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Good seeing you in there. Grumpy Bass, what's up? My day's going all right. It's going good. Appreciate you guys coming in. We're doing an unboxing and then sorting some of my buckets of baits. We're a lot of the way through, but welcome in. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, some glow-in-the-dark beads. Again, arts and crafts. What do we got in here? Those are blades. I'm making something. I got a name for them already. They're like mainly for ice fishing or off the dock. They're for fishing vertical. They're similar to what I made last year, the OUTFISHers or whatever I was calling them. I do have a name for these. I'll keep the name under wraps for now, but they're pretty darn cool. They're like kind of spiritual. I'm gonna be making a couple of different colors of them. So as you see these little tiny leaves, you know, making a bait that's not like a wind. It's hard to explain. You guys will see it all. It's just arts and crafts and using my imagination. They're like, well, you know, like a dream catcher. These are like similar to like some sort of a, they're like spiritual baits, as crazy as that might sound, but you guys know we're all here because we're not all there, but we're all here. And if we were there, we'd be somewhere else, is what I mean. Get what I mean? Or no, I'm having a hard time saying it, but yeah, because obviously if who do we got in the chat here? Well, if chilling with David B was live, if we weren't here, we'd be there, or whatnot. We'd be somewhere else. So we're all here because we're not all there. Appreciate you guys coming in. Roth Outdoors in the house. So of course we got gold. So a gold theme, because of course, you know, like think of spinner baits and different stuff. And we got our chromie, so we can go with different colors. Now this is something I will share. You guys will see the baits finished. Check these out. So as you said, I was talking about spiritual bait or whatever, as weird as that sounds. Check this out. Look at what I got here. All right. guys know what that is? So that's a part of my bait. Let me show you here. Let's see if we can. It's small, right? They're dock baits. You guys see it's like a little, I'd say it's a skull, but it's tungsten apparently. Tungsten skull. Or it's got some good weight to it. We got to get a scale because we got to know what finished weights are on baits that I make or whatever. Even those outfishers, they're all tungsten beads to get down into deep waters, 25, 30 feet, and they're not cheap. What's up there, Garden? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming in. Nice to see you all green. You can chat today, can you? Garden, you're very valuable. I hope you don't feel bad. You're not blue. I've cut down all the blues. I don't know if you're aware of that on Saturday when you were trying to comment. I thought you were commenting on Saturday too, though. Anyways, whatever. Welcome in, bro. Hope you had a good day. Yeah, thanks. Likewise. Good to see you. I hope you've had a great week so far. And looking forward to you going live, Garden, and seeing you catch those fish and hanging out as well. So, we got a bunch there. How many do I have here? 50? Is there 50 here? So that'll allow me to make 50 of this style of baits. Anyways, it's kind of interesting and it'll be cool to see them done. I will catch a lot of fish on them. They can be used, they're for vertical fishing, what I'm making. We're doing an unboxing there, Garden. And I'm just tired, heads up guys. So tomorrow's Friday. I'm working every day, getting up, going, busy, you know. And then here for another style of baits I'm making, they're literally just little blades. So we won't even open up the other package of them. You guys get the idea. They're a little blade. Ching, ching, ching. Again, I have multiple colors, or went the gold and went the chrome. Arts and crafts. Yeah, congrats, Raph. Yeah, you just keep on. Yeah, it's a fun hobby, right? It's definitely a fun thing to do. Us having a channel, and everybody who has a channel, we all have a channel technically. Some people upload, some people don't. A Google account's a channel. You're chatting in a chat. Technically, you have a channel in a sense. But yeah, Raph, that's great. Raph, did I get over to your channel recently? I think is there one upload I've missed? I hope all is well there, Raph. I'll make sure to stop by and double check them up to date on your uploads. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will. I can actually look in a bit here. I got my laptop here, so while I'm live, just like last year, I can go and we can look at stuff. I can research stuff. I was looking at getting StreamYard. It's super expensive. I think I don't get it. I think, what did I see? They want 34 bucks a week from me, Canadian. I think the one is, I don't know if that's advanced, and that's so. Don't quote me on it all. I'm still doing my research on StreamYard. I did go into it. I had troubles connecting it to my channel. I don't know how. What's my vice, Raph? My vice, it's shore, but my vice is out of Quebec, bro. My vice is out of Quebec. It's a shore fishing vice. It come out of the shore fishing kit. Dude, it's durable, but straight up, Raph, this company's out of Quebec, bro. Shore fishing. They got, I think the way they've had to do this, because they deal with furs too, and not furs, bucktails. I don't know, it's weird. I get some bucktails that say they're product of Canada from shore fishing, and then I get bucktails that are, say, product of the USA, the same company. I think what they've done is they've done a company stateside and a company Quebec side in Canada, and they work with one another, of course. They're the same company, but I think it's like registered divisions that are different. So it's available stateside and Canada side. It did originate in Quebec, I believe. And you go on to they got a YouTube channel as well, and any other kits, there's an upload on how to tie their stuff. That's what I seen. I bought, and when I bought the kit, it came with what did it come with? A nymph or something like that, and then I bought a couple more. It's good company. It's a good way to get started tying baits and having some fun, arts and crafts. If I miss any comment, guys, you can re-comment or whatever. Hopefully your advice is fishing. Yeah, right on, Norton. Well, a lot of our advice, as you guys know, I didn't cast a bait into a water today, but every other day since I can't tell you when, I have. Don't always post it, go live. Dude, I am addicted to fishing. There's no denying that one bit. I don't need help with my problem because it's not a problem. Dude, like, I think everybody knows that. If I hop in my vehicle, no matter where I'm going, if I have a couple minutes extra to spare, there will be a spot I'm fishing. Today I didn't. I had some running around to do. I knew I got mail. And I wanted to get home, have a shower, see the family, see the unboxing. A couple other things too, guys. Oh yeah, we won't get into that right now. We'll keep going with our unboxing here. Nice, yeah. Good to see you guys chatting in there with one another. We got some red beads. You know, red always helps for my arts and crafts bait making. I believe I ordered 2 different sizes of these. But I think that's 100 packs. And I know I don't have a lot of mods there in the chat. Everybody's at tags or in the chat there as they chat. It's easy to connect to one another. Everybody's equally blue worthy. It has nothing to do with that. It's just, yeah, it's for, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be going live as this transition fishing season comes in. And then even when ice fishing starts, it's like only every Sunday I'm going to go live fishing or something. So it's tough. So I'm streaming when I can. And I thought it was just best I'd close down those blues and only have a few. Temporarily, all the blues will be back, but everybody can connect to one another pretty easy anyways. So there's those other, just again, gold blades. Try to keep these together with the chrome blades. Okay, I think that's it. That's actually it for the stuff I ordered. There's that other size of red beads. Red bleeds, 4 different kinds of blades. Well, actually, 2 different kinds of blades, 2 different colors. We got the glow-in-the-dark beads. We got the hooks. And I already have tons of other supplies. Oh! The glow-in-the-dark rod tips. I can't wait to use that tomorrow night. Hopefully I catch something tomorrow night. That'd be huge. So I think that's pretty much it. I thought I ordered more split rings too. And I guess I just gotta check my online order. There's no paper in there. Totally fine. I'm happy with what I got here. Well, oh, the bead? Yeah, you know, you drop down deep murky water. You know, you clack your bait around, vertical bait around. Times that little glow. If it's darker or murky water, who knows? It's not a bad thing. But yeah, these for the rod tip, glow in the dark. Yeah, it's key. Gets dark so early. What's going on, Lewis Brown? Lewis Brown Outdoors in the house, guys. Pretty much just doing an unboxing of just some stuff I ordered for my arts and crafts, Lewis. Bait making stuff. Hope you had a good day, Lewis. And tomorrow night we're fishing live. Hopefully catch some fish. Eventually we're going to change that hook too tonight. I got some awesome spinners, Lewis, from Reef. They're out of Oregon, bro. Steelhead Slammer. Can't wait to go. I'm gonna throw some of these tomorrow night too. Yeah, everybody have a good day. I know I probably already asked that, but some people have rolled in later. Let me pound back the rest of my poutine here quick. Definitely going to place another order of those inline weights. Some of this stuff has got to stay out with me right now, though. That we're fishing with tomorrow. Bring those inline weights with me, but I think I'm going to fish 3-weight swivel. I think I'm going to get some minnows too. Get some nice large, medium minnows tomorrow night, I think. I'm not only going to fish worm, we're going to fish live bait. I'm going to probably actually rig up a pole tonight. Not on the live because the rod I'm going to use is in my truck, but 3-way swivel, heavy weight on the bottom, and I think I'm going to put 2 lines, 2 3-way swivels off. So we can be minnow 1.5 feet off the bottom, and then we'll go, I don't know, 4 feet up with another. It'll be quite the rig, but where I'm fishing, I can just lob it in the water. We're going to fish somewhat like 25 feet of water. Hang out, and maybe the rod will go boom. 2 spots. I either drive to Lake Erie, and we fish up here in Lake Erie into the night. Weather depending. Or I fish Lake Ontario. Nice, John. Yeah, awesome day. Josie worked hard and yeah. Had a good lunch at work and yeah, good day all in all. Got some mail. I can't complain. Simple dinner tonight. French fries, gravy and cheese, poutine. So like a regular basic poutine. Like fries you can do anything with, and it doesn't have anything to do with Canada. Fries, you can just make fries. It's potatoes, you can throw anything on it. Chives and sour cream and some whatever. You can just throw anything on fries, top them with whatever. Yeah, no doubt, Reedy. I haven't put my Christmas lights on yet. Dude, I should do that. We're after Remembrance Day now, right? It's a 5-minute job too. It doesn't take me long. I just go over my garage. I'm gonna over my garage and then across my porch. Like it's like just one kind of strip. All right, the bucket. What do we got in here? These worms saw pretty much the freeze. These worms got as low as minus. The styrofoam must have kept them good. Because I did leave them in my truck, and we got down to well below freezing. -7, I think we might have hit one of the nights. But just between the styrofoam, boom, our worms are good. We got some wormies for tomorrow night already. Which means I'll just get minnows at the tackle shop. You got any in here? Oh yeah, guys, look at that. Untouched. They made it through sitting in my truck. I am stocked on worms. Which, believe it or not, I can probably go outside even tonight and get worms. Our ground is saturated enough. It's cold out. We're going down to, I think, pretty much freezing or -1 in total. But I can still get worms. I should get a bunch. I can't see the chat from where I'm at. Sometimes I'll stream when we're tying. I'm closer to the chat. bunch of different kinds of spinners. I'm taking a minute just to sort out my bucket that I take with me like daily. I think I got a couple other spinners I got to put new hooks on, which I've never had that before ever. But I don't mind if I get a snag and I end up breaking off the hook versus losing the whole spinner. There's nothing to add a hook. There. Split shot. So that's why, like, sometimes when I'm switching quick, I'll drop a split shot in my spinner bucket, just so or I just drop it in the end of my actual bucket here. And eventually clean it out. I'll throw garbage in the bucket as I come across it and whatever. So every once in a while, you gotta dig to the bottom of the bucket and sort out all the tackle. These are cool. This is a nice little miscellaneous. Some of those plastics in there are scented, but like tiny things. More better for ice fishing, right? Throw one of those on the end of a tungsten little jig under the ice or dock or whatever. Not that I do that a lot. I usually just get right into live bait, and I fish worms a lot in open water, as you guys know how I do. Or I'm throwing spinner, or trying other baits, not always catching fish on them. Which we got. This one needs a new hook, I think, too. Yep. So this was another one. You'll see I had it snagged up big time in something, a log or something. I pried this out. I think more than one hook was stuck in there. Then I ended up breaking off a hook. And then I get to, man, beats losing the whole spinner. And this thing's like 12 bucks Canadian. 13, depending on where you get it. I'm gonna put a new hook on that one. Steel City in the house. Yeah. Yeah, I actually went in there. I went into my moderation thing and I added a few more mods. Steel City, obviously. Who else did I throw on there? Just a few guys. There's just a few mods in the channel right now. This is a homemade refurbished spinner I've caught lots of pike on. This year, I've actually, in my little pike spots, it's produced well. My only problem with this bait is I got to put a smaller treble hook on it. Not that the fish can't get their mouths around it, they gorf it, and it's hard on a fish. So when they hit it, it's usually gorf. So I want to make that a little smaller. It's easier to get my little pliers in there, but I'm happy with this refurbished little bait I made. Should just be making baits and having fun with crafts, but I gotta sort this out. This is my first live from the dungeon here this year, I guess, right? Last year I went live a lot from home, tying some jigs, having some fun, you know, hanging out, whatever. It's always good to hang out when I'm not. I was gonna fish tonight. It was a bit breezy. I was humming and hawing. I didn't have battery pack with me, but I had enough juice to go through. And I was just like, you know what? No, I'll get home to my mail and whatever, and then tomorrow after work we'll fish. One of those at home tide. I know I didn't use a lot of them, but. Miscellaneous baits. I'm cleaning out my bucket. Anybody who just came, I did an unboxing, and look at these too. Those are big cat hooks. I don't think I ended up using one of these at all this year. Somebody in this chat probably knows better. Like these hooks that are, so it's a size 3, quantity 6. Let's pull one out of the package. They're good weights. A guy in the fishing world I kind of look up to, like a really good guy in the fishing community. He's done a lot of, well, he's in the Bass Hall of Fame. He sent me these hooks because he ties jigs as well. I got a bunch of his jigs. His name is Big Jim, Canadian guy. He's in the Bass Hall of Fame stateside. Only Canadian, maybe he's not the only Canadian now, or first Canadian in the Hall of Fame stateside. Forget what it is, but anyways, what are these for? You see the way the hook bends? I was just gonna use them for catfish, but I could tie something on there too, like some feathery, throw some live bait on there. But I thought those would just be good to throw a big chunk of cut bait on there and whip it out there for the cats and big channel cats or whatever will bite it. But that's a design for a certain, does anybody know? Bass Lures Weedless. It's for Bass Lures Weedless. Yeah, right on. Okay. You rig it up, you turn it around. Okay, I've seen it now. And you put the wormy or the Senko or whatever you're using back through. Don't poke it all the way through the worm or rubber, whatever you're using. And you finesse fish it. Am I right, Steel City? Now you mentioned that, my mind wakes up a little bit. Texas rig or Carolina rig? Okay. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Senkos or plastics? Yeah, right on, Garden. So he just surprised me with these. He sent me some jigs, and then he sent me 3 packs of different hooks too. And he's just like, sent you some hooks. Thought you could. Great guy. Sent you some hooks too I had kicking around. I was like, right on. And his baits, guys, is in the Hall of Fame. I'll tell you the honest truth. I'm going to have unopened baits of that guy's forever. Like some are just staying in on display. Guy can tie some good. And he's sponsored. I'll say he works for Shimano. Sponsored by Shimano, works for Shimano. Awesome guy. But if you type in on any social media, even Facebook or whatever, Big Jim, it'll come up. Canadian guy, ties baits, good dude. Canadian angler, many years in the business or whatever, right? Yeah, he works for Shimano. There you go, Steel City. Yeah, good dude. He's one of a kind. He's one of a kind. There's no, you know. So this is why we do this. This is a miscellaneous box. There's my kind of just whatever spinner box, right? But then we go into other boxes because when I'm fishing on the fly, I'll open a box, change lure, switch over to fishing bottom. Boom, we got another spinner to go back in that proper box. This one here is another spinner we got to replace the hook on. Snap the hook off of that one. So that's 3 spinners to rehook. Always something to do. Little home tied like crappy jig thing. Obviously used it. I don't think I caught anything on it. It will catch fish if I just put the effort into using it, but did I tie this? No, did I tie this? I don't know if I tied this or bought it. For some reason, I think I tied it. We're gonna throw that treble hook on one of those spinners. We gotta replace. Which one though is the thing? Not that one. Not that one, actually. I don't know. We're gonna throw that on some spinner of some sort. You had a good day there, Steel City. Oh, I've already wished everyone, hopefully they had a great day. Yeah, my thing is I'll say it to everybody, just because it says Shimano on it doesn't mean it's one of their... Every company has a, price line. Or like, what I mean, like the Neck Save. It was a good rod and reel. I don't know if it's cheaper, right? Oh, the reel obviously fell apart. Maybe that's my bad. I'm hard on things. And then both poles, I fished for them a season and a half, but both poles just seemed to get brittle, and I think I came to the bottom of that. I don't know if that's because they sat in my truck baking all the time. 50 Celsius, your truck inside your vehicle gets hot. It can be 40 outside. What do you think it's in your truck when your windows rolled up? So I don't know if I baked the darn things a bit. I'm very... I like Shimano. I liked those rod and reel combos. I caught fish on them, used them a lot. But yeah, I did end up breaking the reels and then putting another reel on them and then breaking the rods. And maybe because I was just a bit hard on them. But it's not like I slammed my... Wow. The one rod tip, I was just walking straight. But it obviously had some kind of... And then I just looked at it and it was broken. And I was like, okay. I don't know. So it's not... It could have been me being hard on the poles. Again, they baked in my truck tons, or ones that were always in my truck. It's a high quality product, but do I wish I didn't buy them? Yeah, because I spent 140 Canadian on one of the combos, and I spent 129 on the 6-foot one. I bought the 6-foot one and the 7-foot one at the same time, 6.6 and a 7-footer. A 3,000 to a 4,000, or was it 25 to 3,000 reel? Both matching rod and reel combos, Canadian Tire. Would I buy them again? Nope. Because why do I want to spend 140 bucks and then in a year and a half, because of how much I use them or hard on them in my truck or baking them in the heat or whatever, I don't want to spend I don't want to spend 140 every year and a half. The amount, I guess that comes down to the amount someone's into fishing and the amount they're going to use their fishing rod and reels. That's when I'm a believer. Having said that, I'm doing something else. I am buying a couple inexpensive reels, but not ones that we can buy on our shelves. I'm buying them from overseas just to see how good of a quality. So it's not like they're branded products, but almost unbranded in the West, kind of. I got some reels coming that I'm just curious to see what I can get for the price line of what it is and how durable these reels end up being. It's more or less research I'm doing. So yeah, I personally wouldn't buy the Neck Save combo again. Rod and reel combo. But would I buy Shimano again? Obviously. My bait caster is a Shimano SLX XT. It's a great, and it's the first bait caster I've ever bought. It's durable. It has sat in my truck at 40 plus temperatures. It's not brittle, it's still mint. Where is that rod? I unloaded it out of my truck, but I had that thing in my truck for almost a year straight. The heat did not affect it. The SLX XT, it's been knocked around. You know, I have 2 other rods against it running through my truck or whatever, from the front seat to the back seat. I'd knock it around, I'd this and that. It would take... Very durable. So, Shimano, yeah, it can be a great product, is my opinion. I'm not a professional. I don't know anything. I don't have anything bad to say about them. I can only just say the truth about my Neck Save combo experiences. My 6'6" one and my 7-footer. Which I think I was live when finally, was it the 7-footer or the 6-foot sitter? Well, it's when I went down to, and it's all I had with me, kinda. What did I have with me? I think it's all I had with me that day. I walked down to the carp trap. You guys remember that, Steel City? You were there. I think Paul's Way was there. Garden, you might have been there. Dave might have been there. Lewis, you might have been there. A lot of people were there that day. We went down and watched. And just walking the thing, I looked over it and I was like, that's the only rod I have. I think I had the line, but I know not to. When you tie your line on an eye and tighten it, don't leave it bent. For one, all rods and reels, I'm not saying this one did that. Yeah, when the tip broke, and I was mad about it. I was mad about it. I really was, because I was like, man, when you're walking with one rod, and the rod was a year and a half old at that time. But when you're walking with the rod and you plan on doing things with that rod and you look over, you set it down, it's not broken. Well, did I set it down? We did the thing and I walked back over to pick up my rod and reel. No one stepped on it. It wasn't near anywhere someone can get it. Or did it when I was walking, was it broken? I could rewatch that live and see it all about it, but it's, yeah. I was butthurt about it. I'm like, because I just remember I spent 140 and 129 in one shot. So $300 we're talking after taxes, really. I didn't think my 300 personally was well spent, but again, the rod sat in the warmth. We talked about that. I think Steel City, you mentioned that to me. That could be a possibility. Just it always been it being in the heat. But Shimano, great product. Nothing bad to say about them. It's just the amount I fish and the abuse I put on a fishing rod. The next save isn't for me. But the SLX XT is. What's up, Nikki Lee? How you doing? Look at this. I got a 3-way swivels, and one of them is actually 2-way swivel in there, I notice. And I don't see the other part that you would have thought fell off in there. So again, you hate to get a big fish on, fishing a 3-way swivel and have one of those things pop out. But that one just looks like it ended up in there from the factory without the third one in there. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I figured out how to cast that bait caster I have. The braking system's great on it. That's a great bait casting combo. And that comes in a few different sizes. Again, it sat in my truck in the warmth. It's great. It's a Shimano product. The next save, I don't know. Whatever with those combos. But I think the next save is made in Malaysia. Is it Malaysia? They have factories all over the world. It's world trade. This factories does this rod and reel combo for that same company. This one does this, and it's, around the world. There's a bunch of different factories, somewhat producing not the same products, but the same company's products, just all in different locations, kind of. Not all of their products, but so that factory probably made, who knows, I don't know the facts on it, or whether or not we could search it up. You get what you pay for. I don't know. I think sometimes there's some cheaper stuff that can really be durable too. Did a video, long form video on the catch more fish. Affordable combo, comes with the little plastic. It's Shakespeare. Dude, I've trolled with that rod for a cheap and inexpensive rod. It sat in the heat before, in the truck and stuff. I fished with it. It caught a lot of fish. Worked well. That's an affordable rod and reel combo. What I have bought now that I've used both, I had my experience with that next save combos. Experience with the catch more fish. What would I buy? If I could recommend, just on my personal opinion, whether I'm right or wrong, facts or no facts, just the facts in my experience, is I'd recommend the catch more fish for that affordability price range. And it's even cheaper than that 149 combo. So it all depends, right? Was it my luck, bad batch? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I bought a 6.6 and a 7-footer of the rod that slowly followed, but they were great for quite some time. Glorious, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. They were great for some time, don't get me wrong. As soon as I bought those combos, I stopped by the first cast, caught a small trout. I liked those combos for a bit, for for that price. But then after that year, it was just like boom, 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 boom. New reel, new rods. I don't want to spend $300, $300 through whatever, $100 every year and a half on it. How you doing there, SoulCal, bro? Appreciate you coming in, man. I meant to go into my moderator status, and you were one that I was. Everybody's equally blue, blue worthy in this chat, of course. I've just reduced and garden. You're so equally blue and stuff like that. I'll grow more as I go. I'm not going live as much, is what it is. So that's why, if you notice, there's only a few blues in the chat, and everybody in here is moderator. That are chatting is moderator worthy, or you know. There was ice fishing CON here. 1,000 showed up. There was ice conference. There was ice fishing. Am I missing a letter here? Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure. Everybody's at tags there. Garden, awesome channel. Fishes saltwater, great guys. Friend of mine at YSO0. His at tags right there. I think everybody in here, I hope, is connected to Garden, my bro Garden. Got Rap Outdoors in the house. Steel City Fishing. Glorious. I can keep going. There's Karen in the house. Tons. Everybody's great people, and thanks for coming in and hanging out. Convention. Yeah. Convention. My bad. Yeah, conference, convention. My bad. That's what I figured. Yeah, 1,000 showed up. So for some reason here, they don't start the Steel City. You know, our ice fishing shows or tackle swaps are already like well through the heart of the season, or, well, not the sportsman show. Sportsman show close to us. A lot of tackle swaps happen after the new year. I think we should have ice fishing conferences in November and December here versus in January, February, and March. I think one of the outdoor shows are in March, right? I think most people who ice fish, they get their mind on ice fishing as soon as they see the leaves change, almost. Kinda, you know? If you're like really into ice fishing, that's what I think. Leaves start changing, start getting some cooler nights. Everybody's thinking about, okay, when are we going to get ice? We know we're not going to get it till January 1st. But I think November and December, I know that's pre-holiday time. Maybe that's why they push them here until after Christmas ordinarily. Has anyone heard of a tackle ice fishing convention before the new year here in Ontario? You were thinking about ice in the summer? Yeah. Yeah, ice fishing. Paul's Way. I guarantee him and Steel City and Paul's Way. Paul's Way will get out as soon as there's safe enough ice, when he figures it's he's good to go. Yeah, right on, SoulCal. I appreciate you throwing that in the chat. Yeah, yeah, awesome. You know what? I'm just gonna screenshot that so I don't gotta come back into stream later or whatever. The Berkeley Lightning rod. I believe I've seen that one. I think and Daiwa Crossfire reel. All right, I'll check out that reel too, SoulCal. I think I've heard of both of them. I have, but Daiwa Crossfire, cool. I got some cheap reels coming, real cheap, and I'm just curious. They're from overseas. I'm curious to see how bad they are, or how good they are. Just But yeah, Paul's Way hooked me up an awesome gift reel. A couple days before my birthday this year, or right around the time of my birthday. So I looked at it as a birthday gift from Paul's Way. And he said, one condition. It was the Kuma IXT. Am I right there, Paul's Way? Or am I IXT? Akuma IXT 4000. I'd recommend that reel to anybody. I'm going to fish with it tomorrow night. I highly recommend that reel. Because I'm in the market for that reel. I love using it. It's good to go. Great. I'm due to all rod and reels. I don't know, how often do you guys take apart your reels, grease them, clean them? There's a kit we can buy, right? I think we talked about this before in the spring when I was playing around with a reel that was making noise. We got the noise to get out of it. I think a bearing in it moves every once in a while, and if I give it a little shake, it'll go back into place and it'll work okay. Nice. Nice, 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 Steel City. Every year you do yours, Paul. So you'll sit down, you got your setup, and you know what, Paul? If you ever feel up to making content on you doing that, that would be pretty cool for everyone if you feel up to it. I'm gonna buy that kit, I guess. And the reel that I need to really do, all reels I'll do, but the reel you gave me, Paul, I just love that reel so much, and it's I'm due to put new line on. I'm not really due to put new line on it, actually, but it's due for a cleaning, I'd say. I want to keep that thing in. Yeah, Paul. I want to keep that thing in good working order. Oh, and Paul, so he gifted me that. Not necessarily, I call it for my birthday. It was right around my birthday. He would have gifted it to me regardless, right? His condition was, this is what he wanted for it. For me to catch some fish with it. I did. I got a lot of fish with that reel. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. All right, guys. Got an idea for all of us. This is what we do. Got to do. These stickers came on a roll, but this is what we got to do. I think we should keep track of how many fish we catch in a year. Whether it's 5 inches long, 6 inches long. With us having like our electronic phones and our notes and different things, you could do a you could make a little chart and a graph and the species and everything else. I think I got to do that starting January 1st. Write down, and even if I'm fishing on the fly, have notepad with me, write it down, and then add it into my electronic chart. I think we should all do that. Check to see how many. Really, eh? Yeah, I think we all should. We should document how many fish we catch a year, what type, what species. I guess for year one, not make it too complicated, but you can you could put the date down in your notes or in the electronic graph or something. I don't know how many fish I caught this year. I've got all different sizes, a lot of small fish, you know. Like I haven't caught big monster. It hasn't been a year where I'm holding up big monster fish, and hopefully that can change, right? But fish and location, garden, fish and location. Yeah. Length at least, not go as far as weighing it, because you're not going to weigh a 4-inch perch, 5-inch perch, 6-inch perch. I think maybe after a certain size, weigh them. That's just currently Steel City. I guarantee you, we're gonna have this much ice. He'll be out before I will be, probably. I think that. I could be wrong. I hope he is. But yeah, no, it's, I don't know. It's a pad and, oh yeah, a rain pad and pen, pen and paper kind of pad thing. Yeah, and then you could also add them to an online guide and then keep the rough copy. Those little notebooks, old school notebooks, man. Even if you're working or you have a job, those little notepads, dude, things you want to remember. I know we can remember just about anything. I got a decent memory. Really, it might be short the odd time, and it all comes back to me or whatever. But the old school notepad and a pen, do. You know, you know. He'll fish in the rain. He's set up to fish in the rain, Steel City, if he really wants to. He's got the tents and everything. If he wants to go out fishing, he'll go in the rain. I think we're all climatized now. I think we're all climatized to this weather. It's warm out there to me right now, right? We're above zero, but not much. It's always that. I felt the big shock when it was, because we had plus the humidity. We had 40 Celsius every day for how long? That was a hot summer. Hot and dry. I'd say hot and dry. Oh, huddled up under it? Yeah. That's all good. No worries, guys. They're just teasing each other. Steel City's just giving Paul a little tease. It's not, they're just joking around. They're good friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh. I gotta grab some pliers, needle nose, or some wire cutters or whatever. We'll clip off these. We'll clip off these treble hooks, and we'll throw new hooks on them. Even if I just go, you guys see it at ADD big time. We just went from cleaning out my bucket to getting chatting about other stuff, to getting sidetracked to say, okay, time to put hooks on. What about the bucket job? We got to get that done. Just boom, boom, ADHD or whatever, ADD, ADHD. Boom. I don't do that at work. Focus tax, boom, boom, boom. I'll rock it. It's my job. Break every 2 hours or whatever. But I don't get sidetracked. But I start doing my own thing. We're streaming. We're hanging out. I get sidetracked. I'm not sidetracked. I'm just like multitask. Okay, boom. We're going to put 3 hooks on there. Get back to the bucket. I don't know. But what made me think about, whoa, I didn't clean out my bucket is I think I got a pack of trebles in here that we're going to use. That are plain, not dressed. Just like these. These were plain, not dressed. I think we're going to use them. But they're in this bucket. Yeah. 60 tomorrow in Minnesota. 60 tomorrow. What are we getting up to, guys? I haven't looked at it. We're getting up to only 8 or something. 8 Celsius. So what is that? Is that 60? No, we're still in the 50s for Minnesota. Minnesota. I don't know. The reason why I always think, we're going to look up the map. I'm going to type in Minnesota. I'm going to see that elevation in north. I used to watch a lot of hockey when I was a kid. And I used to love watching Minnesota North Stars, right? You guys remember that? Right? Minnesota North Stars. And you know, at the beginning of the hockey game, you're sitting down there, they span, because Toronto would be playing in Minnesota or whatever, and they'd span the front of the Minnesota's arena. I'd see snow. So I've always thought that they're more north than me, where I'm at in southern Ontario. What's up there? Yeah. You're lucky we're not on the range here, bruh. Oh, we doing this. There we go. Peace, bro. Thanks for coming in. Welcome to come in and mouth off on some other channel you create. But I got a real job, bro. We're just hanging out. We're hobbying here. Maybe you got to go find a mirror and say what you just said to me in a mirror. And I wonder if I'm right on that. I got a real job and hobbies, bro. Appreciate you coming in, though. Probably someone we know, guys. It's probably someone hidden off another. It could be. You never know. Someone's already hidden from this channel because they're an idiot, in my opinion. And I'm entitled to it. I'm not gonna... I can think about anything about any one thing or any one person. I can think someone's a dick. That's not against the law. I can choose on what kind of chat I want to see. I can choose. You know what? You guys get what I mean? So I appreciate you coming in, though. The Northern Lights? Yeah. I think here it was pretty covered in... I attend tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Thanks, David. That's good. So 10 is a dream. It's great weather, even if it goes down to 0 when I fish after work into the evening. Even if it goes down to freezing while I'm fishing. Climatized to it, good to go. Let's fish. Thanks, David. 10 tomorrow. Good. So it'll be 10 here. I'm not far from Burlington, guys. My son's got a cold. So he's got a bit of a cough here and there. But he sounds like he's up there happy. Cruising around, he's making noise, which means he's happy. I'm surprised he has... Oh yeah, they locked me in here. That's what they did. Because I'm surprised he hasn't come down. Be cool if he come down and say what's up. Again, always have these. I think we all know that. Fish conservation. You don't have a set of pliers. It can be tough to safely release a fish. So even if a pike or walleye, bass sucks it in a bit deep, you get in there and you can just very almost like surgical and make sure you don't hit the gill. Gently release that hook. Release the fish. Sometimes even if you just nick a gill, if a fish swallows it deep and if you even nick a gill, that gives it a chance for that fish to pass. Even though if you release it and it swims away, you're like, oh, that fish will be fine. Always do your best to, as we all know that, always do our best to safely release a fish or keep it if you want. That's not, you can follow your laws, do whatever you want. But yeah, it's, hey, you guys know I'm big on doing my best to release a fish. I had to keep one trout from swallowing it. And I think one sucker, I caught this sucker. I was live, guys. Some people might have remembered it. It wasn't out of the water long. It just looked like an odd species. Something was wrong with it. I caught a sucker right afterwards that was clean and perfect. One sucker I caught that day, this year. It looked beat up. It looked like a ghost fish. Something was wrong with it. I don't know what it was. The rest of the fish I caught were healthy that day. It wasn't out of the water long. It wasn't even, I don't know. I don't know if it made it afterwards. I released it and it was like it was going to go. And then it floated up for a minute. And I'm like, what is that fish doing? And I don't know if it was good looking pliers. Yeah. Yeah, I think these are just red wolves, or they're not like, these have been durable. I'll even with these, heads up, if you're using split rings, this one I have closed split ring, and it's been durable. But some of the ones I've owned of these, they're not. You want to use like regular pliers for those. These ones I have closed sinkers with, like against the line, and it hasn't broke. But I've broken a couple of these. Not the same brand, not the same one. But yeah, pliers are important. I mean, really, a regular old set of long needle nose is all you need to, right? Steel City, I think he carries two. Yeah, this one here is not a Berkeley though, Steel City. This one here, this brand is not Berkeley, but I hear you, they are Berkeley. I have another Berkeley set. I might have broke the Berkeley set too. No offense to Berkeley, I was hard on them obviously, and I broke them. I think I used them too much as pliers, kind of, on those ones, and I split. Who knows? Maybe I could have bent it back and got it back into place. It's hard to say, but these ones have been the most durable so far. I think these are Red Wolf scrappy tire. Boom! I paid $6.99 Canadian for them. I think they're only regular $12 or something like that. But these ones here, I have stupidly, because I know not to use these to close, 3/8 sinkers, but I have used these because you're in a pinch. I don't want that sinker to slide up and down. I pinch it down with my hands, and sometimes it just needs a little pinch. Yeah, offset needle nose. And you carry a regular pair of needle nose with you too, or the offset? I know the offset is your go-to. I knew that, which work well for you. And I get it by just looking at them and getting in there. I don't know. I prefer a fish to get hooked in the lip, but sometimes they get hooked, and I want to be very careful getting that hook out. I know a spot right now along the Grand River. There's 2 vehicles there every day. I think they're retired. They might be filling buckets. They might be filling buckets with fish. They might be living off Grand River fish. I hate to say that. I'll tell you the story. I fished the spot a couple weeks ago or whatever. I didn't go live. I had no signal there. But I was coming up to my truck, and they were just getting there. 2 cars. They're buddies. They know each other. Older guys, 50s, whatever. I was like, yeah, no fish, boys. I'm carrying my bucket of stuff and my rods. One gentleman comes over. He's like, what? No fish? Come on. No fish? I'm like, no fish, man. They're not biting. Guy literally comes over to my bucket, which I won't do that. I'll be able to tell if it's a fishing bucket, garbage bucket, or if there's actually fish in a bucket. I have this overfilled all the time. You see, it's just I'm carrying garbage and stuff I'm using for fishing. But I drove by there the other day. They were there. I drove by there the other day before that or something like that. They were there. They're there every day. And I know they're fishing for keeps. I just hope they're being a little friendly about it and not selling fish somewhere or something like that. You never know. I don't think anybody needs to, you have a few pairs, fill buckets of fish, I think, and the amount of fish safely, well, the fishing guides, I don't think someone should be eating Grand River fish every day anyways, personally, my opinion. Or any fish, yeah, eating that same thing every day, even from the ocean, whether it's tuna or whatever, I wouldn't do it. But I hope they're being kind, because 2 guys, if they're filling buckets, keeping fish every day, living off fish, which is fine, they got to follow a keep limit, and they actually got to follow a freezer limit, believe it or not. They do. There's still a freezer limit, so they can't fill a freezer with catfish, say, right? I'm a little concerned about it. It is what it is. I just hope they're not darn well catching tons and filling buckets and keeping everything they catch, because, man, you know. What's the best catfish bait? Cut sucker. Cut bait. I'd say cut bait is the best overall catfish bait. Anyone else have an opinion on that? Steel City, Paul's Way, anybody in the chat, even Raph, he's got some catfish there in Quebec. Anybody have an opinion on that? What's the best bait for catching catfish? I think a big chunk of fresh cut bait is the best thing for it. I know stinkier the better. You'll hear so many different things from people and like or whatever, but I just think you can't beat a nice chunk of fresh cut bait. Nerves still vibrating through that cut bait and everything, I think. Yeah, caught a lot on pop-ups, I get it. But do you think that's the best bait for targeting cut bait and shrimp? Good one, Steel City. I don't know if that'd be over. Oh, yeah, I heard you guys did well on the pop-ups with them, eh, Paul? But overall, I think the cut bait. We got this one free, and that's Eagle Claw. That's balsam wood bobber. I found this along the bank. My bobber I was using, I was at Binbrook a few weeks ago or a month or two ago, whatever it was. Time flies by, right? And I lost this one. Somehow I cast it, and this thing flew off in the water. I'm like, that's weird. I had it. I swear I had it in here. Somehow it... So I had to go find it. This floated way up to shore, and I had to go find this later, and then I came across this. If it's shad, use shad. Yeah. Especially, yeah, Great Lake Tributary Channel cats. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. Because you match the hatch what they're out when they're out in the lake and stuff like that, when they're out deep or whatever. I've caught one of my largest catfishes. Not large. One of my largest channel catfish I've caught on a tail dancer. Trolling 40 feet of water. Alright, some sinkers, a sinker. We're getting to the bottom. Brand new spinner in the package, crushed down there. Put that in the spinner box. Some other spinners. What are you hunting for? Deer, Josie? Deer season still? Were you already doing that I thought I saw? What are you hunting for tomorrow? Good old whopper plopper. Always gotta have a whopper plopper with you. So you're live streaming, someone come up and say, have you tried a whopper plopper? You can throw on a whopper plopper and say, yeah, we'll try one. They can work. I don't know. When I first started fishing with a whopper plopper, they were amazing. I think it's timing, the top water, like when things are up and running. But when I first bought a 3-pack, what was it, 4-pack of these 2 seasons, 3 seasons ago? Okay, I bought them after that video. What is it? Is that NY Angler, Yak Angler? You guys know that famous video of that really splurred everybody to want to get a whopper ploppers? You guys know which one? Buddy's in the kayak or whatever, and he's and the pike goes for it. It's the best whopper plopper, and that was a couple years ago. After I came across that video and watched it, I ordered whopper ploppers, right? Give me a second. Ref, you want me to go look at your friends? Is it walleye, your friend's nice walleye on your channel there? Ref? Is that where you want me to go? Give me a few minutes. We'll get... See, I got these treble hooks. I think they're too small for my spinners. Oh, we have other ones, though. I got those treble hooks. We want to change these spinners, right? These hooks. But in a minute, Raph, I'll open my laptop and I'll go have a look. Yeah. Man, what a mess the bottom of this bucket is. What a mess. Still a little bit of garbage in there, and then... I gotta stop doing this with the bucket, I think. Long term, it's not good. Being more organized and proper is better. But we gotta be organized in so many aspects of our life, kind of. Whether you're going to work every day, whether you're in school, whether you're in... We gotta be organized, right? We gotta have our... So, like fishing, yeah, it's good to be organized and everything else, but I mean, you're doing it on the fly. If you're fishing a lot like me, using the bucket, throwing things in, changing a bait, but I am unorganized. I am unorganized when it comes to my leisure time fishing. A week or 2 or 3 or 4 will go by, and one of my buckets are just full of crap, right? Is that normal, or? But I could be more organized. Sometimes when I'm live and I get snapped off, you guys will know it. I got to search through that bottom of the bucket, and I got to search through the bucket to get, you know, hooks or more weights out, or then I'll want to use weights that I already have in the bottom of my bucket. So I'm putting my hand down there trying to feel for weights. Yeah, I do. Every time. Every time. Line. Not anymore, though, bro. I stop places all week, technically. Not today. Today's the only day I've not thrown a lure in the water. Today's Thursday. Garbage is gone. It's cleaned up, and we're not getting any more of it, it looks like. And that's just because people aren't fishing anymore, I guess. Or the people that are littering aren't fishing anymore right now. Nice VMC hooks. Highly recommended. I do well with them. They're sharp hooks. I like them. I like buying them. They're a bit pricey. I pay $7 for an 11 pack. Now, is that pricey? $7 plus taxes, so it's 7. Oh, 14 cents on the dollar tax or whatever. Whatever. We'll go low on it. We'll go $7.50 for 11 hooks. Is that a good deal or too much money? Great hooks though. I wouldn't. I always love having them. I like the VMC octopus hooks. All their sizes, depending on what you're looking for. Even if you wanna, sometimes going for those small little carp, a small VMC hook, small. Boom, ultra sharp, boom. It'll get those little carp. They'll do the suck in and blow out. A lot of times I'll get them. Or I'll see them biting if I'm bobber fishing for them or whatever at the same time. But a lot of times those smaller little hooks help me catch the fish. Of that brand, VMC. River to sea now has... I wonder how big these are, John. Would that be considered a 3-inch or a 4-inch? We'd have to measure it out, I guess, eh? Interesting, John. Okay. River. All right. So a smaller whopper plopper than what we're looking at. Yeah. That could be key too. Because you need to... We're going to try whopper plopper for some topwater pike yet in the creeks this year. Worst case scenario, Monday after work, we'll rush for some pike if I can. It's getting dark even quicker every day though, eh? We'll see. I want to get some time to... One of my pike spots especially, I want to do some top water yet and see if What temp are our frogs gone dormant now? Anyways, a couple of the spots I fish, they're the hatch is frog. Like that's the hatch. These pike eat frog all year long, it seems. And then we have a season where we get little frogs. I don't know if they're tree frogs or what they are, but they feed on them too. Yeah, it does super quick, eh, David? It does. Yeah. How many likes we got here? Not many. We get 32. Is that what that says? I can't see because of I can't see the numbers. And I think it's because the where the numbers are facing, it's like hitting like the trim. When I look at my there's 14 people here. Does that say 32? 32 likes. Right on. Anyways. Penny toad, Steel City, that's what those are? No, they're frogs. But we probably have penny toads too. Yeah. I seen penny toads, but it's frogs in there, in all that Pushlands area. But yeah, penny toads. Yeah. I'm curious to check out. Friend of the walleye. You don't fish them? But I did fish them, but you do fish them, or you did fish them, Raph? What are you saying to me, bro? Rap is mainly French. He speaks English too, but his French translation comes out. French immersion, your whole school you're so far, Raf. French immersion, like French speaking school. All your courses are in French. Am I right? You've been fishing walleye. See, and this is a big problem. So that look at this. And I'll tell you, some of this line in that pile is from me. Maybe all of this line here in this pile is from me. No, obviously this I found or picked up. This here we found at that carp pond recently. I don't know if you guys remember that, a month or so ago. I was like, oh, when Buddy left that small little bait on there, and then I left that bait on that pillar for another month. The guy didn't come back. This was caught in the bulrushes. I reached out and I seen it and I grabbed, like I kind of snagged it myself with my hook and I retrieved it. Just to clean up the water bodies, right? But yeah, so that is a pickerel rig, and it's just a big mess. And more. It's more than a pickerel rig. I got to try to untangle that. And that's what I mean about that's unorganized. You should never throw a pickerel rig in any bucket when you're done with it. But I do, and I'm going to pay for it now. But we got some reusable split shots there. Hopefully that's going to be a reusable pickerel rig, because even tomorrow night, pickerel rig can be good. Now, I plan on doing the 3-way swivel, but it's the same idea too. I mean, I know a lot of folks, especially this time of year, pier fishing, will use these. I know a guy that used to fish. I hope he's okay. I used to see him at Port Dover Pier all the time, and that's a pier in Lake Erie, Central Lake Erie, north side. And that's all he used was pickerel rigs. And he was actually using frozen smelt purchased from the grocery store. And that was his bait. And he'd slam massive pike off that pier, walleye, and mainly walleye and pike. But off that pier, you can get everything. Atlantic salmon, they run up in there, up where that pier It's hit or miss. It always is, always has been. But good fish get caught there. If I lived closer to there, I'd be there a lot, and we'd have that hit or miss and see some good fish now and then from there. Before the gobies, it was a perch haven year round. But now the perch kind of, I don't know, gobies push out the perch or whatever. It seems that way. The perch that used to stick around the docks, all different sizes all year round, they almost just come in as they come in, as they're. But when I was a kid, anywhere along Lake Erie, any pier, anything, there was no gobies at that time, and it'd be always just tiny perch. Anybody could throw down a little hook with a piece of worm, piece of whatever, and you're pulling up a perch in seconds. Small ones, like I say, but yeah, Steel City, yeah, for sure, good option to head east, west. As you head east, you're heading towards Dunville, whatever. You head west, you're heading all the way down to that western. So much along there, right? You know, all your ports, but yeah, just near Port Dover. Then the backtrack back towards the river. And so on. So many fishing spots, right? Big creek. A lot of creeks. So many, like it's, man. Yeah, I wish I lived closer to it as well. It's, it's an hour and 5 minutes, but it's still out there. Well, yeah, thank you, guys. I don't know if I should say Miss Outfish or Mrs. Outfish. It's Mrs. Outfish. I'm not legally married, but I've had the same girlfriend through thick and thin for 20, very long time. Guys have been technically my only real girlfriend in life too. The actual real girlfriend, like girlfriend. That's it. Man, I don't know whether you call me a late bloomer or whatever, but I was in creeks, and even when we were together, we'd go fishing. That's what we'd do. Port Dover, we'd drive around. That's back. I didn't end up buying my first 12-foot aluminum, but I used it in a private lake. So we'd go to Long Point and rent boats. Oh, guys, I salvaged it. We're good. We're good, just like that. Done. Ready to use. Ready to use. Nice. That wasn't that bad. You guys saw how bad that was tangled up? Fixed up. Boom. We're going to need more weight on that for where we're going to fish with it, but I'll either just throw this on with 2 minnows. Heads up too, these can be adjustable depending on which ones you buy. Maybe they're all adjustable. You can make these homemade too. You make them homemade with a 3-way swivel. But I want to span minnows apart from each other like 4 feet. So you're down 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the bottom. Mind you, depending on where you're sitting, because if you're on an angle from where you casted, you got your minnow freaking out here, and then another 4 feet up, have another hook and minnow on there. Especially this time of year, I think. Good minnow. Or dewies, just depends on what you're going to catch. But I think a minnow bite, live minnow, fishing somewhat bottom. Bring one of your minnows up as high as you can, I think. Let those minnows dance like they're dance down there. Stream away, hang out, and wait for that rod to boom, for it to, I think that's the best tactic for tomorrow night fishing. Live minnow, 2 hooks down there, 2 minnows dancing. I think that's Lake Erie, Port Dover Pier, or Hamilton. It all depends on how I feel and how far I want to drive. I don't mind fishing into the dark. I think in Port Dover, after hours, I just have to move my truck. There's no overnight parking. I just have to move my truck like every 2 hours or something. We'll see. I haven't even, tomorrow 10 degrees, David said. I haven't even seen whether it's calling for rain, so I'm just going to kind of look at the day and see if I'm going fishing. But I hope to, even if the weather's crappy, then I'll just be in Hamilton. But if it's like beautiful and I'm like, you know what, this is going to be a beautiful night to sit by a pier in Port Dover, then I'll do it. We're not far from Lake Erie, really. We're just right beside Lake Ontario. And then all the tribs and creeks and whatever that, you know. There's tons of little ponds and conservation areas. But for after work on a Friday night, this time of year for night fishing, or after work in the dark fishing, pretty much sticking you to those kind of spots. I want to go throw that whopper plopper in that pike pond, Rudy, but by the time I get there now, it's going to be dark. It's a bummer. It's just what we're dealing with. Oh, it's dark fishing, night fishing. I had a tarot card reading this week, guys. A friend of mine bought it. A friend of mine bought it for me. A YouTube friend. Met through YouTube or whatever. Bought it for me. The person that did the reading knows nothing about me, whatever. Not even really a fan of my channel. Like, you know, like doesn't know much about me. Like this lady didn't even, I'm not trying to rude lady, I'll call her a friend. And she doesn't know whether or not I'm married or not. You know, knows nothing about me. But the reading she gave me, I don't know whether you guys believe in that stuff or not. There was something there, you know, like there was a couple, and like not things that no one could figure out, kind of in a sense, like or understand. I don't know. I don't know, the spiritual stuff and I don't know. It's so a couple of things. It was like, you know what, for someone who knows nothing about me at all, you know, work, anything. That reading, there's something to it, man. Be fine at Dover. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna decide and see how the weather goes. I can't make plan. I'll let you know where I'm going after work. I don't know what you have on the go, but I playing it by ear. Steel City. I don't know where I'm fishing. It's one of the two spots. Pretty much, it's either where we were fishing last time we fished, or I'm not even gonna do the docks. I'm gonna stay out in the open water, fish minnow. So that or Port Dover Pier. One of the two. It's the only two spots I can think of that would be good for the after work night fishing. I think I'm bang on there for what I want to do and whatever. If we catch a monster fish tomorrow night, say, she didn't say fish, then this lady had definitely something going on. There's one more part about it too that could come true that I'd know about in the next couple weeks. So, just curious. It was kind of fun. I don't know if you guys have ever had a reading or whatever, but it seems like a lot of people get them all over the place. I don't know, or whatever, those readings. Anyone have an opinion on those? You know, Walleye, your friend? I know, Raph, I'm working on getting there, dude. We're gonna open this laptop in a minute. I just gotta finish up we gotta at least finish sorting the bucket. Why don't we do this? Why don't we make some spinners with some straight hooks on the back of them? Like the spinners, those those steelhead slammer spinners. Why don't I go ahead, because the size of the treble hooks I wanted to throw, they're size 8. We want to go with like a size 4 or something. Those are too small for my number 3s. Those are like your number 1 hooks, like your number 1 spinner blade size hooks. Yeah, I think so, Steel City. And then at any time, you got those spinners rigged up for those spots. So anywhere in Paris past the Nith River, all the way to Wilkes Dam in Brantford, that's the law. Artificial bait, single hook, barbless. So to have a few spinners ready to go in that box, single hook barbless, boom, let's go, right? And it's something I planned on hitting up after the trout opener. I mentioned it 1,000 times. Not 1,000 times. It was something I really wanted to do. I wanted to focus on that area a bit for brown trout, and then north of there too. Fergus. Am I wrong? Downtown Fergus, if we look up those regs. Look at this one, Steel City. This is a snag I got out of the water. The hook was pretty much, like the hook's pretty much, it was in the water for a bit. You can tell it's swelled up. Like that hook, I can just snap it probably with my fingers. But look, it's the artificial corn, dude. Yeah, but that's artificial bait. Single hook there, I believe. If we look it up quick on the regs. You know, I don't go up that way, that far. And if I do, I'm going right past it to Bellwood or something. But there's, yeah, I think that whole, I don't know what the stretch is. Because like Aurora and stuff, right? No, Alora Gorge. I think that's, oh, this is braided. Wait a minute. Yeah, never mind. Piece of braided line. It's a regular small hook, 2 pieces of artificial corn, but this wasn't like a hair rig or nothing. Someone just hooked on a couple pieces of artificial corn. Braided line. I don't know, that reel, the Akuma reel that Paul Sway gave me, I think I'm going to put braided line on it like next week or something. Fergus Dam. Yeah. Yeah. I love brown trout so much. I heard a lot of them aren't that big, that area, but now we're at the point where it's been enough years that the odd large one is being caught in that area, even in the along the Grand at the nip. But here's the thing. Brown trout can live in muddy water, dirty water. Am I right that brown trout can live in a multitude difference of waters? Am I right that they can live in ponds, technically, if you want them to, I think, right? Brown trout may not be able to spawn in a pond. At what point does brown trout not spread through that whole Grand River from the lake all the way up and mix in with all them types of fish? I get it, yeah, they're fishing in the wader pools, clear water, stony water. But a brown trout technically is compatible to living in that whole river environment from the lake all the way up past Bellwood. Am I wrong to say that? Even in the muddier areas, in the stretches in between the stony areas. Brown trout, I think, can thrive in that whole river. So down the road, I don't know, I think we're going to have not accidental, I think we're going to have brown trout catches throughout the whole river. Dunnville, maybe not, yeah, watch the brown trout population explode in and around that Dunnville area, lakeside. And that's fish that got down the river, out into the water. Boom, 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 boom. It's a fish ladder in Dundas. They can fish, do climb that dam, right? I'd like a tour of that dam. Kate, what's up? I appreciate you dropping a like. Good to see you. How you doing? Yeah, family's doing good. Likewise, I hope everything's good in your world there. I don't see you around too much. I don't stream a lot, and maybe I don't go to channels that you go to. Maybe that's what it is. I should go there just to say hi to you, Kate, now and then, wherever you hang out. I've heard that, last time you popped in, someone says, oh, I see Kate around. But I just don't hang out at those channels that you do, I think. But it's good seeing you. Thanks for dropping in again. And this I fished with just the other week. I even tipped it with a little piece of worm. This should be fire everywhere I throw it. Drop down. I think I know I'm going to be tying a lot of these style of crappie jigs, like the bugtail crappie jigs. I'm going to put less bucktail on them, guys. I think I'm overdoing it. Like in this case, I think half the amount of that. I know we get it wet. It's because it was wet and it dried up, all pinched up. But that thing out, I just think it's a bit too much bucktail. Like, I mean, not much less. But we'll throw this down under the ice. We got to. 6-7 feet of water, perch fishing, whatever. I gotta find a way to ice fish. Definitely more every Sunday. Every Sunday, as soon as we have ice, whether that's only 5 weeks. And I might take 1 week off work. Following winter, though. There's always next year. There's always next year. There's always next year. But no, this winter, I got to do 10 times the amount of ice fishing I did last winter. Because last winter, I only went out a couple times. Got skunked and whatever else. But because I didn't travel. I didn't, This winter, there we go. I caught a big walleye on. Well, I shouldn't say huge. I caught a nice walleye on this. On this very bait. That's another Vibrance chrome color. The dam. The one day at the dam last month or whatever. I caught that decent walleye on that very same lure. Oh, I appreciate you, Karen. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks, Karen, for hanging out. I'll see you around. I appreciate you. And sorry if I've missed anyone else saying bye or something. I know I'm missing. I know I miss comments, and I don't mean to. So there's one of the bites, and I tried this. I tied this on the other week, and I had bites on it. Like right away, I was getting hits. I want to change this over to a single hook. Not when I get into the ice. I do want some treble hook ones too. I throw a little tiny. I just hooked through the back like a tiny small minnow, pinhead. You can call it a pinhead or slightly larger. That's what they call them, pinhead minnows. They're just a baby emerald shiner. But under the ice, Lake Erie, Long Point Bay, or whatever, there's good size, where you're starting to get into some of the larger perch, jumbos, or that's when the treble hook, no problem at all. But I found they're biting on it, bluegills, some smaller perch were along that walkway, and I drop it down and they'd hit it. I couldn't get one hooked. So, yeah, appreciate you, John. I'm blabbling off, and I'm just kind of making more of a mess. I'm not making more of a mess. I'm making progress, right? But these are the things about being organized and how I'll switch back over, or I got to stop just dropping things in the bottom of the bucket. This is brutal. Guys, I have and then I get worm dirt in there. And then amongst the worm dirt, leaves and other garbage I pick up. I'll even pick up butts if I see butts, which nicotine and tobacco. Nicotine, I've always heard this. Correct me if I'm wrong at any time, guys, because I'm not always right. Okay, we're all learning. We're all researching things. We're all hanging out. I've always heard that nicotine is pesticide, or I've always heard that fish don't like nicotine. If you're a smoker, coming into scents and stuff like that, and getting that scent away from your baits, tackle, I've always heard that that's key. Is that a wise tale or is that not? How many anglers are in the chat? Okay, 7 of us are in here hanging out. I don't know, Rudy, if you know much about that. I know Karen took off. John C., you're in the house. I don't know who else is here. Steel City, Paul's Way. You guys have heard that whole nicotine thing? And it's something that someone can research online, because we all know a lot of times we'd be tying jigs and we'd be having conversations last winter, through the fall, and throughout, and we'd research things because not everybody's always right about everything. We can't maybe always trust the results we find online sometimes, in maybe the odd case. But I think with the internet today, we all do enough searching about stuff, and it's a lot of fun to do. We can really narrow down kind of some facts, I think, right? So, don't know if anybody in the chat is willing to, we got 8 people in here now. Type that in their search bar or whatever real quick. If the laptop open, I would do it, and I'd turn the laptop towards you guys. I tried to look at StreamYard, because then, okay, apparently YouTube won't push my stream on StreamYard, the horizontal lives and stuff. I don't care about that, all right? There's only 5 people, us hanging out in here. I don't need to get on the shorts feeds and stuff. You know, I want to do these streams where we have a topic. I can work with my laptop to we can put up clips. We can do topics. We can do, and this is something that you guys all, 7 people here. Last year I talked about wanting to do this. Last year in the wintertime, Ty and Jakes have talked about, well, it's topics, and we'd research a lot of stuff. Yeah, Raph, right on. Anybody want to search that whole Nick? You can't use it near your koi and goldfish pond? Ran the pond selection at the garden center. John C. From New Jersey. Bro. Oh, you ran the pond at the garden center. Because I know it's John C. there. I look up there. My buddy John C. is at work, and he's in my area, and he does fish, and he got out last. He's talking about doing some content. My buddy John C. in Canada here, right here in Ontario. What do we got here? Well, YouTube didn't like that, Rudy. We'll just keep it off there. Oh, you're not sure about it? Oh, I see what you meant. You just mistyped it when you threw it in. Steel City Paul's Way, are you there? Come on, guys. Let's get to the bottom of this. Oh, we're going to search up Northern. Whether nicotine or smoking while baiting your hooks. Like nicotine being a pesticide, for one. And do fish seem to not like the smell of nicotine? You're packing... Oh, you've been fishing, eh? Oh, okay, you're fishing. Steel City's fishing. Dude, for one, Steel City, we could have done a panel live if you wanted to. I don't mind that at all. Another thing with the StreamYard, we can get into more panel lives. We could have done a panel live this way. I should have checked in with you, yes, that way. Could have, if you're fishing tonight, bro, we should have done a panel live. I could have sorted this out, did some chatting. We could have watched you fish at the same time. Dude, that's all right. Maybe next time. You're packing up your rods. All right, well, that's cool. I think Northern's going to search it up for us. Steel City, it's about the nicotine and scent around the hooks and bait. So a smoker, fish not liking the smell, and like say if you're smoking and you bait a worm or whatever, that scent's now on that worm. And I've always heard from other people that it's like it can deter the fish, like a pesticide. It's a pesticide or something, or it's I don't know. Yeah, and nicotine is originally was used as a pesticide, herbicide. What's going on there, sweet angel? Welcome in. Why? No, you're not. You're good, Rudy. Don't worry about that. That was minor. You misspelled something. that YouTube cleared it off. Don't worry about it. No, you're not in trouble with anything. Shout out to you. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in. Guys, let me, thought I heard something at my front door. You guys remember last year? How long we've been streaming for? Over 2 hours. Over 2 hours. So, at work, this isn't work. This is totally hanging out. But at work, every 2 hours, we all get a break, right? You guys notice that? So, like, I was like, hey, wait a minute. And I kind of want to just pop out on my porch and have a look at the weather out there for 2 minutes. Real quick. I did it last year sometimes. Every couple hours or so. Just want to see what's going on. It says fish can smell the nicotine and is considered a repellent. No attractant. Boom. A repellent. Thank you, Northern. Boom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Northern. I appreciate that. Nice. You know what we're going to do right now? You know what we're going to do? Northern, you're going blue. John C., you guys are going to go blue. John C., you don't mind that? And Northern, thank you very much for doing that, bro. Big sport. We appreciate I can't get on the laptop. We can't search it up right now. I appreciate you doing that. 100%, dude. That earns, not that it's earned. Everybody's blue worthy in here. And John C., hope you don't mind. I'm just throwing you blue. As you guys know, there's many other channels that everyone's not blue. Garden, you're in there, bro. I mean, guys, everybody in this chat is blue worthy. It is. Again, I lowered them down because there's no point on my channel having tons of mods if I'm not doing a lot of streaming. Yeah, this is the thing we do, Northern, and I've never hid any of my stuff. For anybody can do this. Anybody can go live, and anybody can find a topic. It's easy. Anybody, yourself, Northern, you could do it on your channel, Raph, anybody. You pick a topic, you hang out, you talk about it, and you search about it. I've been up and out and open about this last year, about doing this. We did it a bit last winter. But yeah, it's great to do. Yeah, no worries. It's great to do. The researching and stuff. And yeah, you're welcome. And I appreciate you guys being willing to be involved, searching that stuff up and stuff like that. And that's... I know Steel City would have as well right away. He's got his hands full there. Paul's way, he's multitasking a lot. So sometimes he can have us playing but not be right there every second. And no one can be. Not even me, anywhere I'm at. I'm not going to be there every second, honestly. Be there as much as I can, hang out. We're all not going to be able to be... Some of us got to do this. Some of us got to do that. You might have to take garbage out. You might have to do this. You might have to do that. You might want to scroll around and see what else is going on online. Right? That's what it's all about. I know you're great at gardening, bro, and I know you don't mind that. And anybody can easily get around, and anybody in here is already connected to one another. It's not like a place where everybody's connected to one another already. We've all known each other in the streams. We all know each other in the chats. We're already all connected, you know? And I don't mind Garden and anybody else. I don't mind. I will still be at anyone's live, not blue. 100%. If we're buddies or I'm into your content or into your stuff, see eye to eye and whatever else, even if maybe we don't fully or we do, I'm going to be at your channel regardless. So let me run to appreciate it, guys. You guys chat for 2 seconds. Let me check out the front porch there for a minute. It's kind of a dumb topic to be on. I think anybody should be able to click on anybody's channel at any time throughout the chat. I don't think you should have to have a wrench to be able to click on one of those names and head to their channel. It doesn't make sense to me. We all know that. I think everybody's talked about that in the past a lot of times. But, yeah. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I wish I could throw something on in the back screen, a clip for 2 seconds while I'm gone. Oh. You know what, guys? We're going to have to go out in the backyard. I'm locked in the basement. Actually locked in. Actually, you guys want to come outside with me? We can do that. We can do that. Beautiful out here. Like beautiful. It's dark, but it's beautiful. Let's see if we can see some stars. There's a cloud. Oh, it's a clear night. It's not too cold out here. What do we got here? There's stars. Getting some stars there. We got a lot of light pollution. Like Toronto, Ontario isn't too far. Hamilton, Ontario is a fairly big city, not too far. We get a lot of light pollution. And then there's tons of small cities that are all attached technically in those bigger cities. It's like that's what happened. All the municipalities joined. The small town I lived in, forget what year, we had our own police at one point. Forget what year that stopped. Now we're with the big city police, right? But this little town I live in, just have our own police station, court system, everything, right? Just everything grows and populates and everything starts combining. Main girl, how you doing? I appreciate you coming in. Sorry I missed you there. I appreciate you coming in here, main girl. How you doing? Yeah, I harvested all my peppers there. So I'm making sauce out of those. Right now I got them early that morning. We got that snow peppers. You can leave out pretty, but so I gotta pull them out of the potters yet. And, but I did pick them all. Whoops. Why isn't that working? There we go. So the day I picked them, you see how they've all drooped up and really died off? The day I picked them, they were still vibrant. But we had the snow on them, right? Snow's melted off. That's what happens here in Ontario. We'll get some snow. It'll go away. It's down in the south here. And then we'll just have up and down weather until January pretty much. Never know what we'll get. But yeah, tomatoes have been long done. Peppers, I picked the rest of them last weekend. And I'm going to be making sauce out of them. Yeah, the iced hot sauce. Because they were froze to the touch. I picked them. They were all covered in snow. I took them upstairs. Kind of rinsed them off. And then I put them down on like paper towel. Dried them all up. And honestly, they're sitting in my fridge. Ready to make sauce out of them. Nice big bowl of them. Michigan Good Dog in the house. What's up, dude? Oh, they're hot, dude. I let them out. My young daughter got one, and I all of a sudden started hearing her freak right out. Freak right out. And I went and had a look, and sure enough. Oh, you do? A lot of people do that. Oldest 3 years. Nice, John. Yeah, a lot of people do that. You know, sometimes I'll get deer right out the back of my backyard, especially this time of year, hunting season. They come into town. Let me look over the fence. And the hostas, the deer seem to like hostas, so they'll come up. We got hostas back here, and they'll eat the hostas. And what they're doing, we got a road that's closed nearby. They're calling 60 deer. It ends on the 21st. So they literally close these roads through the day. I think local traffic is allowed, but there's a big deer call going on right now in my neighborhood. Not in my neighborhood, just outside of. So all the deer, they know it. They come into the hood, right? Yeah, deer love hostas. They really do. They'll sniff them out. They'll find them. Yeah. Yeah. I have a small little, it's like a little condominium backyard, Rudy. But yeah, it's a mess right now. The winter's coming or whatever. You know, kids got a trampoline out here and stuff, and slide, and it's small, but it's just a nice little quaint little backyard. I can't grow much of a garden, but it's it is what it is. Here we go. Nice to get some fresh air. I'll call it fresh air. Anyways. I'm lucky to live, and I live in a well-secured area. I'm very lucky to be living where I am, honestly. Okay, guys, that's going to be a big challenge. There's a lot of sinkers in this worm, dirt, and other rubbish I've picked up. Another jig I tried of mine that I tied. Go back in? Yeah, I'm back in, Ref. Nice, David. There's that small bait, guys, and I left this out there on that rock, or on that piece of cement for, I'm going to say 6 weeks. I left it right out in the open where it was left to see if that was, just to see if any angler was going to go back to that spot within the month or 6 weeks. I even went fishing there a couple of times and left it there every time. And then finally I said, well, a bird's going to get this. Something's going to pick this up. I've left it there long enough. That person never went back to that spot. Did they catch fish or did they not catch fish? A lot of people will do that. They don't catch a fish at a spot. Sometimes they don't go back. And that's a big no-no. You don't catch fish at a spot one day. Doesn't mean there's no fish there. We all know that. You got to keep trying. It's jig tying season. Yeah, Michigan, we did we did an unboxing of stuff I bought to make some stuff. We're gonna make some more inline. We're gonna make some homemade spinners. Some more just vertical jigging kind of baits, and then yeah, we're gonna tie. This winter, we're gonna stick to smaller stuff. I got so many of those big jigs. Exhaust the spot. AI? You've been talking to AI? With AI? Is that what you're saying, Garden? You guys know I'm using AI all the time. All the time. AI is going to take a scan Okay, so say if you search something through AI, it's going to take a scan of a multitude loads of sites and like it's going to like boom, to me it's going to give you the right answer cuz it scans when it's searching something through AI for an answer, it's really going to take the whole picture and narrow it down and say this is what it is. I think like that's what I'm getting from searching AI. Is that what you said, Garden? No, no, no. It was just forgotten behind. No, the guy that who I shouldn't say the guy or whoever fished the spot got a lot of snags. They also lost this there. They should have been able to get this out because it was in the bulrushes. It wasn't that tough for me to retrieve this crawfish thing. So it looks like someone went there, tried a multitude of baits for all game fish. One thing I'd like to do is test that water. Steel City's, some people are familiar with the spot I'm talking about where I found this. Um, I caught a largemouth bass there this year. So surprised myself because I thought there's a lot of turtles in there too. I always thought it was really polluted water by certain things, pollution of certain things, not like pollution of. Anyways, so it's why I don't catch lots. That's why that bass might be the only bass in there. I hate to say that. I could be very well wrong. That bass was healthy though. I fished that spot more than enough times. Even when I'm bobber fishing with worm, I should have the odd little accidental catch of a smaller bass. There's no way. I don't know. It's scratching my head for that spot. My personal best walleye. My personal best walleye in length, not in girth, was this year actually, really. A 21 or what was that? Was that a 28 and 3/4 inch walleye in length I caught in June, was it? 28 and 3/4 inch walleye length is a good long walleye. It had a big head on it. It should have had a bigger girth. Why it didn't have a bigger girth, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. You can get a complete shows blend of websites info and a completely wrong answer. Well, sometimes John too. Before I just hop on the or AI, I do a couple things I've looked at recently. I looked at 20 different just uploads from other things and other information, and then AI'd it too, and it came up with. Oh, fish regulations change all the time. But like I think stuff for like I don't know. AI will even tell you a vaccine there's possible risks. Oh, Michigan. Missing a few texts. Nice. Yeah, $30. You got a trap line? You picked up a trap line, Michigan? A skunk tail can bring $30? Nice. Twin fish, 224 inch. Yeah. I think that my personal best walleye I caught this year, believe it or not. There's monster walleye in lake in the harbor that'll blow that long walleye. There's girthy walleye. I know I fish a lot of river. Catch a lot of smaller walleyes, honestly. As you guys know, I'm not out there catching monsters. I'd like to see what the future brings. Your friends is close to that size? Yeah, like 20. what was it, 27 3/4. It's on the long form. I measured on the long form and everything. Put it up against the, I think it was 28 3/4 or 27 3/4. But even still, almost a 30-inch walleye. That's a long fish. That's a long walleye. Encore I live, or encore I live. French mixed with English. Oops, my bad. Don't know how that happened. Yeah, John C., my other buddy John C. from Ontario here, is he said the same thing to me like 2 days ago. Same thing, because he was out fishing. Well, from what he told me, I got a river report from him, and he caught 2 small channel cat, small, like small ones, which whatever. They weren't in the mud yet, and that was Saturday or Sunday. Saturday? Or Sunday. Anyways, and then he caught 1 small walleye. 1 small walleye and 2 small channel cats. And that's what he told me. He's like, you know what? They're not big, they're small. But exactly what you said, John, is what my other buddy John had said. And I agree. And I feel the same way. Alright, the spot that I caught that good, decent pike the other week or whatever. That same spot, I can catch pike this big sometimes. Right? I love it. I love it, man. Dude, they have to reproduct. They have to. And a lot of the pike I catch in some of these creeks and places I go, they're sometimes they can be long, but they're small. They're small pike. Like pike can be this round by like, they can, so I catch a lot of small fish, small pike. But I haven't fished Lake Erie. This year I didn't get my boat out in Lake Erie. Last year I didn't. It's just the way things have gone. It's an expense, which I'm going to have that freedom to spend that much more. I'm going to say next year we're going to see a lot more like Lake Erie content, the boat content. It's just, we got to get there, that's all. And a walleye. Raph, I don't know how far you are from the St. Lawrence, but both species you can do well with right there. And where else? But you should be able to get on them if you want, Ref. If you get down to a bay on the St. Lawrence or whatever, anywhere along there, and get down south a little bit. Having said that, it depends how far east you are in Quebec, because the chain pickerel and stuff kind of take over those pike. Like, you know what I mean? You catch chain pickerel, Raph, all right. I'm going fishing tomorrow. What time is it? 8:53. I want to open up this laptop and just move the stuff aside. I can finish that. I can dump the rest of that out on my floor when I'm done my live. Finish that sorting up and then get my stuff ready for tomorrow. I want to get my laptop. I'm going to go look at your channel there, Raf. And I'm just going to do that, I'm just going to pop onto my live on the laptop and click over there and have a look. Which container am I looking for? This one. And I think we're going to try... Man, I could sit here till 4 in the morning messing around. Honestly, I can't though. Work early in the morning. Want to have a good, smooth day. I'll try to product even more. Fridays I like doing that. I know a lot of people at work Friday, they'll use that day as they'll do a little less than they do. Not me. Friday, I'm probably going to pump as much work as I can do every second of the day just to get the day done. Boom. Work happy, me happy. Fridays after work, you go fishing. We're going to get minnow too. That's the thing. We're going to fish minnow tomorrow night. Live minnow. Yeah, you're welcome. G in the house. What's up, dude? What's going on there, G? G. I added a couple back today, but you're totally mod worthy. Everybody's at tags are in there. I'm sure you don't mind, but just if you're wondering, you were blue before, yeah. Everybody was. I added a couple back tonight, but just so you know, I so appreciate you, G. And you know I'm a big fan of your channel. I'm a big fan of your outdoorsness in you, you know. So everybody here is all mod worthy. So I'm not going live as much lately, so I just cut down how many mods are just sitting in my moderation section there. Yeah, I know you're not. Yeah, you're good like me, dude. I know. Likewise, my bro. Yeah, likewise. Yeah. All right, so these spinners, I got to put new hooks on. I'm not going to put them away. 1, 2, 3. Hey, like I say, I'd rather break a hook off a spinner than lose the whole spinner. So I'm happy with that. And the hooks are great to catch a fish on. It's not, you know what? We're going to throw this one whopper plopper in the spinner box. Just because the place you're throwing spinners, you might be like, you know what? Let's throw a whopper plopper. That's got to go in a different spot. Small jig's got to go in a different spot. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, Saturday, I had no, like, what I have. I think it was 7 in total, but some of them are family members that don't come in at all. But yeah, just drop the mods on the channel. Temporarily, kind of. Just while I'm not streaming as much. We're working on it, Raph. 3-way swivel. I gotta decide, do I just run a pickerel rig? Or do I make my own pickerel rig for tomorrow? So I can have that top line set at least like 3 or 4 feet away from that other minnow. We'll see. That's the easiest bet. I tie that on, we're ready to go, but I think if I go a little more custom, it might be better. I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did, didn't I? Or was that the most recent one I missed? And then you just uploaded, oh yeah. You got any sound in the back of that? What I'm gonna go look at? I'll just get my volume down just in case, because if for any reason you're playing a jingle on a short that I can't tag in here, you could. And we're not gonna privatize the stream. We're not gonna put the stream on private. Been a good hangout stream. We did an unboxing. And let's get to Raf's channel here. Muskie, I don't know. A mod that I have on the channel would know whether I did or not. And you know what? I have to say, my lady really helps me, guys. And she helps, technically, channels she knows, she helps me. She's like, hey, don't forget, you got to go check out this or check out that, you know. Reminds me to make sure I get over to people to check out their uploads, because there's so many people and then there's so many uploads happening. Sometimes and I stay so busy myself, like doing this and stuff. But streaming from home, I got the laptop in front of me. I can get over to everybody's channel. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to log in. All right. Here's another good thing. I'm going to log into my other channel and then come to my live. Yeah, I look tired in my thumbnail there. Let's log into my other channel. All right. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let me just close this for a minute. Shut my sound off. This is not you. It's I had a commercial pop up popping into my own live. We don't want that in the background here. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna say I look pretty tired, but it's I've worked hard all week and we've somewhat burnt the candle at both ends, I guess. Here. Actually, you know what? Hang on, I gotta do this for a second. This is I'm gonna chat in my other channel, guys. You guys will know if you ever see me around in this channel. And again, there's no in this ad tag. You guys will notice I got no numbers beside. So this at Stealthfish, that's me. That's my other channel. Whatever. I thought of uploading some different stuff on it or whatever, but like for silly stuff and different stuff, I thought keep it off OUTFISH Ontario, but let me go here for a minute. I'll go here for a minute. Boom! I like my own stream. It gives us another like. I'll go here. I'm even making my other channel only a standard mod. I'll go here. Don't forget. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's go over to Raf's channel here first. Bro, nice walleye. Dude, that's easily that length, Raf. Yeah, bro, that's easily that length for sure. That looks very similar. You photoshopped that one though, Raf, when I clicked onto that short. A little bit of, bro, you know, you had some Photoshop happening there, I think, bro. It's all right, though. Beautiful walleye. But honestly, looking at the length, yeah, it's that length. But as that short flips through, that one where that fish comes up, you know, got a message held for review. No Photoshop. Okay. No, okay. Just some good camera work, maybe. Not when he's holding it like this. It's the one that's like this. Great camera work, anyways. If you're saying that's not, the one's not altered, great. Those great camera work then, Ref. Good on you, bud. You take those pictures? Interesting. Nice, dude. Raph, guess what, bro? Sees us on my other channel. I'm not subscribed to you. I am on my OUTFISH Ontario is subscribed to you, of course. Of course it is. But now, my other channel there's subscribed to you as well. Oh, DC was in there, right on. Good, good. He went and checked it out an hour ago. Good, good, good to see. Um, Here we go, bro. You got a comment, you got a like, and then my other channel's now subbed to you too. Fish and mackerel. Sure, I didn't, because I know just the other week, even when I got home from fishing, and my lady, my spouse there, she said, "Yeah, did you get over to rafts?" And I said, "Oh, go there right now," and I did. So I forget which upload that was you wanted me to look at, but hang on here. How do I go back to what I just watched? I got a pop-up ad on my chat here too. Weird. Show chat. How do I close that? Like that. Alright. What do we got here? Shorts. Subscribe for more fishing. Oh, 2025 fishing season is now over. Cool. You had 17 likes there. Now 18. Nice view in the background there, Raph. See, you got a mountain back there. Like mountains, kind of, you know? That's considered a mountain. Oh, yeah, cool. Is this one 3 minutes long? Oh, no. I'm watching it for the second time here. John C. was in the house 2 hours ago. Good. Awesome. Yeah, I've missed some shorts. I feel bad because I have all notifications set for you on the OUTFISH Ontario. All the people that come in here and upload content, I have the bell hit on your channel. If I get away from my phone doing something or whatever, and I get 10 or 12 notifications, as soon as you go in to open your phone and continue on, if you don't go back into the bell on your YouTube, the notifications, you did get them, but it's, you guys know what I mean. And I'm an honest guy, and that's all I'm just, you know. So that's why I mean to say it. Like, you guys know yourself. You can get a bunch of notifications, and if you're doing something on your phone or in the middle of things or something, if you don't go back, you got the notification, but you can get slipped on going to check things out. Let me bring this closer to me here. Yeah, the first drop of snow. Yeah, I see that one here. 19 likes. That's good, Raph. How many views you getting on this? Description will tell me. Bro, nice. 1,174 views. Guys, you know, sometimes I'll upload a short and I tag it nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. And it gets the views. No tag, no even hashtag fishing, nothing. Sometimes they just, what do you got this one tagged at? Visual tags, public tags. Outdoors, winter, cold, Canada life, snow, snowfall. Good one, bud. Good. Oh, really, Steel City? Yeah, that can happen, dude. I've been there. Dude, it's like they get to attack. Yeah. Yeah. I've been there, Steel City. Sorry I'm missing the chat. Raph, that's good tie, by the way. Did I already see that one? 6 days ago. Maybe I missed it. Well, that's pretty cool, Raph. Nice, dude. Yeah, I see you time lapsed it. Good tie. Good fly, bro. Nice, Raph. Dude, I can't believe I missed this. I apologize. Nice tie there, Raph, in time lapser and sped up. Yeah, Steel City, eh? For sure. Man, I called it a long time ago. What have I said to Raph from day one? Stay in school, focus on that, enjoy your hobby with what he's doing here. And that was before he was even really uploading a lot. Good on him. But to stay in school, get a good career, and have your fun hobby. You never know, right? Cool. My son's going. I think my son has his career path kind of picked out somewhat. I won't share it with you guys. We'll wait until he gets it up and going. Oldest boy. Alright. Cool, Raph. I'm up to date, man. You got likes. I don't always comment. You got likes on new likes on everything from me here. Again, it's from the Stealth Fish channel, which is totally fine. Good, man. POV. Feed your deer. Yeah, Raph. I got a question for you, Raph. Yeah, Raph, I got a question for you. Now, you love the outdoors. You're a hobbyist in this. You love the angling. You like the hunting. Has there been any other channels, like on YouTube, that has inspired you to... Oh, that's a nice fish. Has there been other channels that has inspired you? Obviously, I think there probably would be. Inspired you to kind of get more into the hobby of uploading and stuff. Very good, bro. Very good. Raph, buddy, I'm proud of you, man. As you know, I'm the one that says stay in school. It's a great hobby you're doing here. And pick a good career and see how it all goes, right? Light snow last week, yeah. Raph, Rudy, we got snow. Did you see any of my shorts? I didn't go fishing in the snow. I went fishing. I didn't catch nothing, and I didn't have time to do like a live. I don't like going live if it's going to be an hour or 40 or a half hour or 40 minutes. I'll go live if I know I'm there for a full hour for sure. I prefer 2-hour lives. All right. So we're all set there. Right on, Raph. Looks good. Looks great. Good on you. Darido, thanks for coming in. How do I pronounce that? I asked you that before, the one night we were at the river. You said I'm pronouncing that. Darido. Appreciate you. How you doing, buddy? How's everything? You doing all right? Pardon me, I'm looking at the stream on my laptop, so I see your comments there here. All right. Sweet. Yeah, Rudy, we got some snow. We got more than I thought. We got more than ended up being on the ground because first snowfall, it starts coming down. That ground really starts absorbing and melting the snow. And I was surprised on how much we piled up, actually. And I'm surprised at this time of year that it stayed for till today. I think some low-lying areas will still have snow and like the bush and stuff. But like anywhere the sun hit today, yeah, isn't that a nice one, Steel City? That's a tank. That's a tank brook trout. Dude, that's a beautiful fish. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, right on, Ref. And Quebec fisherman. I guess I better check that one out, eh? Mrs. Outfish just poked her head in here. I don't know what she wanted. Last time she brought me the coffee. I think she just unlocked the door for me because she's going to my little guys. Obviously, it's past my little guy's bedtime. So I think she unlocked it because she's taking him up to bed. I'm not locked in the basement no more. Almost 5 inches, yeah, Dave, eh? And the way it stuck around for what it did, that was... You know, we get those first snowfalls, normally they're melting off, like, as they're coming down, or the next morning, or whatever. That held, like, man, that little polar vortex push, now we're above seasonal. Ontario, southern Ontario, falls and winters. We can only hope that if we got a polar vortex push down in November, all we need is 1 or 2 of them in January to create that ice. Beginning of January. I hope we don't have a year like we always have, where it's like New Year's all of a sudden it's plus 10 again. And it's not restarted, but it is almost restarting on initial ice growth. It doesn't warm the temperature of the water up. As soon as we get cold again, it'll freeze. Last year we watched Spinbrook freeze on live. We knew the water temperatures were where they needed to be, and we knew the forecast that was coming. We sat live and watched that lake freeze on a webcam. That was a fun night. And it stayed frozen. After that night, it stayed frozen up until the spring. That you caught the brook trout in, friend's private pond. Quebec's got it going on, bro. They do. Their private ponds and everything else, the things that they do. How'd the brook trout get into the private pond? So that's pretty cool. You get a brook trout in a private pond, odds are you had one lucky bird land in that pond. You have one lucky bird land in that pond, and it had that brook trout as his baby on the feather, and it ended up in there. They stock it. Yeah, right on. Yeah, here they won't stock anything in a pond like that or whatever. That's awesome. They stock it. That's so cool. Yeah. I get what you're saying then, I think. I'm not going to, hey man. I get what you're saying then. Yeah. It'd be illegal for me to catch a fish and take it home to my private pond here in Ontario. So, but Quebec could be totally different. It doesn't matter. It's not my business what they do. Yeah. But if I had a private pond here in Ontario, I could just only hope that birds of feathers dropped fish into my pond. That happens. Fish can get transferred around. You know what I mean? Oh, good. Good. I guess a private pond. That's something anybody, I don't know if anybody's bored and feels like searching that up. If anybody wants to search that up, Oh, I got my computer right here. What am I talking about? I apologize, guys. Let's search up. Can this won't be AI search or anything. Because I might not even be allowed to stock my own private pond in Ontario. So much risk of thing. We'll see. Or I might have to apply. I don't know how that works. I mean, money. I mean, you can go buy koi from the store. Where to get fish to stock a private pond? That's a good one. That just suggested up. Can I stock a private pond? You can. I think you can. With fish in Ontario. You can. There's no way you can't. Just they're huge on not moving fish around. But when it's a private pond. Oh, okay. Okay. Here we go. Here, I got the answer. Real good one. Can I stock a private pond with fish in Ontario? In Ontario, you can stock a private pond with fish, but you must comply with the provincial regulations. Here are key points to consider. License requirement. You need an agricultural license to culture fish in Ontario for aquacultural purposes. So that just means you need a license to catch fish and move them. I think that's what that means. This includes stocking fish in your pond, but fish stocking. The Ontario Fishery Regulations 2007 set out the requirements for stocking fish in Ontario waters. This regulation applies to all public water stocking activities, including those carried out by OMNR staff or partners. Private ponds. If you fish a stocked private pond that is not connected to other water bodies or other bodies of water, you don't need an out. This isn't about stocking fish. You don't need a fishing license in Ontario to stock a private or to fish a private property pond. This tells me. Is this an AI search the way it's gone? No, it gave me about. So when I search that, there's 1,940,000 results. Ontario out of doors or outdoors. That's that magazine company. They have there's tons of uploads on people who put on, and then the Ministry of Ontario has one that they have on there, which I can go look at their posts instead of just going by the overall of them assessing every post, because I guess I am searching through AI. Or Google automatically is using the AI now to give you that AI result. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's cool. So like a lot of the private little ponds I fish, they're not really on private property technically at the end of the day. Some of them are, a couple of them are. But a couple of the ponds technically can potentially have a little stream that, depending on the time of year, can connect to other places. Overflow, all that stuff, right? So a private pond, again, would have to have no little creek that is only there in the spring or in the fall or in the winter. It's got to be one that's just a pond. Pretty cool information. So yeah, I mean, if you had a big enough private pond, you could go to, by the looks of it, fish culture and stocking program. Well, it says here, again, it's AI. These things can change. Fish culture and stocking program. Ontario's fish culture and stocking program stocks about 8 million fish each year to help restore fish species and improve fish populations. Man, oh man. Private ponds. You do have to follow, you still have to follow possession limits, obviously. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, peace, ref. Yeah, I get that, Paul, for sure. You definitely can't. From the hatchery? Cool. Dude, you guys have heard me say it before. If I won the big lotto, big lotto, it'd be a property with ponds on it. They wouldn't be pay ponds, essentially. I'm not going to have big channel cats in a pond or anything like that. That's pay pond. But I'd like to have a big enough pond that even if I made my own river that came out of the pond and ended up back in the river, and even if I had to use a pump and run a pump so many hours a day where I pumped water from my pond back up to the top of the creek for it to run back down in like a little waterfall, you know, that's super expensive talk. I'd stock walleye. Walleye in a pond, man. And try to make a somewhat of a turnaround creek that elevated up where a pump was used to keep water going through. As crazy as that sounds, pump running full time, you're talking about some coin there. But if you're loaded already, super loaded, to have a pond that size already that you could have, they'd probably live in there even with just an aerated fountain. Aerated fountain, water circulating, they probably wouldn't spawn though. And they might not spawn even if you make a little creek. Maybe they would though, because they're spawning in Hamilton Harbor without going into any creeks or rivers. So I think that I would love to have walleye in a pond, as crazy as that sounds. Might sound crazy to some of you. Stock some trout, yeah. Throw a few in there, sure. I mean, really, walleye can live with trout. They can. All carp. All monster carp. You do the carp. Well, if you're rich enough to have one big pond, private pond, you're rich enough to have one big private pond and another pond. You could even have those two ponds technically connect together. They're both private ponds. It's one big private pond with a stream in between the two or something. That'd be so cool. So cool. A bunch of species, why not, eh? All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Northern. Thanks for being involved in the searches and stuff tonight, bud. I gotta shut her down shortly too. I'm getting tired and even starting to almost slur my words and stuff. 9:30. It's still early, guys, but I'm just tired from the week. We can keep going for a bit here if you guys want. And anybody who has a channel and wants to grow a channel and get monetized, this channel was monetized off getting 6 and 7 viewers in here, steadily going live and hanging out, doing some. The shorts don't get you, the watch hours from the shorts and stuff don't count. But I mean, you guys can go look at my lives from last summer and look at how they started and look at how they were on the view counts. I got monetized on 6-7 people hanging out and stuff. So anybody who wants to, it's just consistency, go live, hang out, you're gonna get monetized pretty quick. If anybody's looking for that or anything, it's so easy. You guys can go back to my lives, like I say, and watch how I got monetized. Not a lot of people. We use small streams, even this stream now. I don't have the big, huge hundreds of people in here, 50, 40 at a time. Very rarely YouTube will throw. They'll push one of my long forms better than a live. They'll push a short or a long form better than one of my lives ordinarily. However, that's just the way it is. That long form, I had posted a long form last week. I got 3K views on it. Those 3K views are worth 20,000 live views. What's going on there, Squirrels Bro? Appreciate you. How you doing, Squirrels? I know you're blue before and you're mod worthy, so is everybody in here, Squirrels. It's just that I don't plan on going live a lot. So I just didn't want to leave a bunch of mods in my moderation, in case you're wondering. Yeah, that's right. But you go back to those number counts, they're low. We're no big, small lives, man. Hanging out with the 5, 6, 7 people. That's all. It's all it's gonna take. Consistently, we're talking daily, every other day, 5 times a week. It comes together slowly but surely. All right, Rudy, I appreciate you hanging out. You just get off work there, brother Squirrels? No, that's probably a channel I gotta stop by is Brother Squirrels' place there. I'm gonna head over there now and just see if I've missed anything recently. Yeah, nice. How's it going? How was the night? A bit busy or not too busy? How's overall busyness throughout the whole week? Yeah, good night, Rudy, again. Thanks, eh? Okay. A little busy? Good. Good, good. You know, I find there's probably being busy's good. Your day goes by quick. Well, yeah, at time it's not so bad to be a little slow too, right? What do we got here? I got to keep the sound off, but looks like you've been pretty busy the last. Nice, bro. 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 Squirrels. Nice t-shirt, bro. Yeah, buddy. 30 likes. Dude, what are you showing us here? Dude, you look pretty excited there. I'm gonna just... What's up there, Reef, bro? How you doing? Appreciate you again. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, thanks again, Reef. I'm looking forward. I'm gonna throw one of these spinners tomorrow night. I'm fishing bottom with minnow, but you know I'm gonna have another pull. And I have spots that I know these are gonna work really well. Really, really well. And I like that they're single hooked because we do have some river spots here that are artificial bait, single hook, barbless. So I can file off a barb on one of those. Boom. Trout Central, bro. Well, Squirrels, I'm going to have to come back to this short because I can't hear it right now. But it looks like you scored up something neat. I don't know what that is. Like a big stone? What is that? but it's magnetic. Is that a piece of rebar through a thing? Yeah, it's hard to see without, gave you the like on it. Yeah, they do. They do. 100%. And I'm so, oh man, you get to fish with something that's, yeah, high quality, dude. And that's, it's like fishing with a piece of organ, dude. You know what I mean? Bro, I know they're gonna work really well. I just, it's, when I seen them on your live, I was like, at your place, I was like, dude, those look so high quality. Those look great. That's, man, I appreciate it. Mail call shout out. All right. Pulled a piece of burlap out of there, I think, out of this creek. What kind of fish are in that creek, if you don't mind, squirrels? You pulled this piece of burlap out. Oh, the hat on the couch? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Of course. Yeah, when I started the live, I did showed everybody the hooks and the spinner. Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, I've been wearing the hat a lot. It's really durable, high quality. Um, no strings off it, nothing. I've been wearing the crap out of this thing as well. Dude, high quality, bro. It looks like I just got it out of the package, right? Looks like it's brand spanking new, right? Durability. I love the quality of the hat, and dude, it's amazing. It's high-end reef, so yeah, of course I'm gonna show it off. I've been showing it off. I really appreciate it, and that's just the qualities there. I put some wear and tear to that hat. Yeah, I put some wear and tear to that hat too before I can say like it's very durable. And that's what I do. I'll put, yeah, yeah. I'm very pleased to have that hat. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So I did an unboxing of a bunch of other stuff I picked up. Um, then I cleaned out a bucket reef, and we're just what's going on there, Cindy? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, all good, Reef. I appreciate you stopping in, and thank you very much again. I totally get it. How you doing, Cindy? What's happening? We're just hanging out a bit tonight here at home, and I was sorting through a bunch of stuff. You probably just heard me telling Reef. How's Travis? How's everybody? Okay, I think I seen it. Yeah, I think I watched it a couple of times, Squirrels, and I think that I figured big piece of rebar, right? Oh, wait a minute. It was Squirrel. So this creek you're in there, that's a cool bridge. So is that like a bridge that would be on someone's property, like a farm property to cross the creek? That's pretty neat. But what kind of fish are in there? Are you? Nice. Well, Cindy, if you go live doing that, I'll stop by and hang out for a bit. As I'm winding things down to get ready for bed. Yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be Saturday. Okay, giveaway on Saturday at Skipjack Cindy's channel, guys. Big milestone, and they got an amazing giveaway happening. Right on Saturday. I'll be there. I'll be there. 6 p.m. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. I'll be there start to finish, Cindy. My spouse works, and my kids keep me busy all day. 6 p.m. Perfect. I'll be cleaned up from supper and all that by then. I'll let the kids play, keep them busy, and I'll be there. Multitasking, covering the kids and tuning into your giveaway. Yeah. Squirrels, are you still there, bro? Just curious to know what kind of fish are in this. Where that bridge has, like, it looks like if there was no water underwater, I could change my oil there. If there wasn't water underneath, the way that bridge is, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it will be fun. That'll be huge fun. I'm guessing that's going to be pretty darn busy. A lot of work on you guys. For sure it is, which is awesome. Appreciate it. So much fun. Yeah. Now you guys got tons and tons of stuff. I'm looking forward to hanging out. You guys are giving away a lot of awesome stuff. Cindy, with me being up here in Canada, I almost feel bad winning anything because you know the shipping has skyrocketed to Canada. There's like just one fee or whatever. You know what it is. I don't know if you've shipped anything to Canada in the last couple months. Yeah, so much stuff. The shipping to Canada is getting. Reef just sent me a nice package. And you know, it wasn't a big package, but to me, I looked at the price he was charged for shipping. Not good. So I'm gonna be there supporting that live, but I'm gonna feel bad if you ship me anything. I think anybody from Canada should pay shipping, I would say, if they win something somewhere, because it's, man, part of me though, Cindy, it's I've just noticed some of the shipping prices, and it gets to me it gets tougher to ship things north to south. I don't know if you'd agree with me or not. I know it's all fun and everybody, we all make it work no matter what, but you know. Yeah, it is. So I like you guys so much. Same thing with Reef. I messaged him when I was like, dude, that's ridiculous amount for us to ship back and forth. So honestly, Cindy, I think if I win, I'm gonna regift to someone else stateside, if you don't mind. I totally respect. It's probably super cool, and it'd be cool. It's always cool to get stuff, especially from a friend and a channel that I hang out at a lot. But man, we gotta all stick together, and it's expensive, and I respect you guys for doing what you do. As you know, I know the costs that are involved. I'm not a big channel or nothing. You know, I know the shit. I know the costs add up. I mean, it's even just to go out and live and share it with the world. Yeah, there's hidden costs uh that cost money, even without shipping anything to anybody. That that'll be able to be sent internationally. Oh, Cindy, guess what? Cindy B was by tonight. It took, was it been 3 months? It might have took, I sent it twice because I waited like 6 weeks after I sent her first pack stickers and that for my channel to her to South Africa. It didn't come. 6 weeks later, I'm like, Cindy, it should have come by now. Your package took about 4 weeks, I think, to get from Tennessee to South Africa. At 6 weeks, mine still hadn't got there. So I think waited one more week, 7 weeks, I sent another package. She finally got it. She's going to send me a picture of the envelope. We're going to try to figure out which one it was, the first or the second package. I'm hoping it was the first package because then she might still get the second package. But she finally got... Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Right. I see. Yeah. But she finally got them, and I'm like, yes, okay, great, you know. So she's got some OUTFISH merch and that. But yeah, woo, an envelope made it to South Africa from here, which of course it would. It's just, I think it took 3 months. But she got it, you know. Yeah, right on. No, I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be really busy, and it is, but it's like, did they not fly that mail across? Getting loaded on a boat in Hamilton and going across there? Like, no, I wasn't sure. I'm like, so, and then I think she mentioned to me, I'm not sure whether she mentioned once, I asked her at another live I seen her at, I'm like, did you get the stickers? She's like, no, not yet. I don't know if she told me the mail's out in the water on a boat. So I'm wondering. Okay, whoever's texting me rapidly. A text or so now and then, I get it. It's fine. Not rapid text. Especially, you know, I'm live. I don't mind. Not that. Not trying to be rude. Just when it's boom, 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 boom. Text. Sorry, guys. It's like, okay. I appreciate you. Yeah. Forget how many I sent her. I got her. You know what? And then, yeah. Anyways, I don't know if I was out of magnets or she got a magnet or if she got. I forget. Yeah, nice. Tomorrow night. I don't know who's fishing tomorrow night. I plan on fishing tomorrow night, but I'll only stream until like maybe 10 o'clock or something. And whoever else is live after that, I'll be tuning into. Unless all of a sudden the weather's crap tomorrow night, but I'm sure I'll be fishing. Pardon me, guys. I'm getting caught up on channels I've missed shorts and stuff on, because I'm live, but I can kind of boom. Because you know yourself, Cindy, how hard it is to get around to everybody. You know, it's a challenge. Like I was saying, you'll get 10 or 20 notifications if you're doing something. As soon as you open your phone to answer a call or do this or do that, those notifications are... So without going back to your YouTube notifications and scrolling down the day, it's hard to get everywhere. That looks pretty cool, squirrels. I'm out another short ears that I missed here. This one is... You got some old coins on this round, buddy. Awesome. That's a pretty good score. Yeah, exactly. Right, Cindy? It's, yeah, as much as you can. And it's tough because it's like, you know, yeah. I think those sneakers are pretty cool. What's the deal? I'm not listening to the sound, squirrels. I think I'm all caught up here now. Oh, let me wrap that like there before I go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Well, we got 46 likes here, guys, by the looks of it. What do we got here? No description has been added to this video. So I've never looked at this like this before. I'm letting my own ads play. Okay, so are you off work or just working part-time? And that was me when I was off, when I had some time off in the beginning of the year. I easily could manage getting everywhere. Me, I look so tired now. I've had a pretty busy, hard week. Tomorrow's Friday. Get up and go one more day, right? Since you've been around during the day. Oh, okay, Cindy. Yeah, no, that's okay. Oh, geez. I think I come by the stream and we're talking about something of. Maybe I caught the tail end of you mentioning your, yeah. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, no, I understand, Cindy. Yeah. Kind of, yeah, I didn't know that. I think I come in and I tell you guys were talking about some kind of, but then it was like, on to the next topic. Pardon me. Well, speedy recovery or whatnot. Yeah, anything can happen to us. We go to work. I mean, Yeah, okay. Hurt your back. All right. I was trouting it. Nice. Yeah, that can happen. Speedy recovery. I hope it's somewhat manageable. I mean, at least you get out and get by the water and do the outdoors still a little bit with it because you got to, right? Not for your channel and stuff, just for, I just know about the love for the outdoors. You gotta do your best to keep getting outside and everything else, injured or not. Right on, Reef. I know a lot of people, if they'll have something like that happen to them and they like stay inside and stuff and because they're sore and stuff, but it's awesome if you're um able to get out a bit even while it's healing up, you know. Even if you gotta, I don't know. I don't know how. Your Canadian conditioning? Yeah, we're pretty much there. If you mean like getting used to the temps. You've been crapping a lot. I think I'm pretty conditioned to the cooler weather now. I'm good to go. Because of how much it did drop down, when we're at what our temps are calling for tomorrow and stuff, like it's warm to us at this point, and your bodies get used to it. Yeah, I seen some crap content just the other day here, Reef, from your place. I'm over at your channel now. And I'm just seeing that salamander here now. Oh, that looks like a good sized salamander. Is that thing 10 inches long? Like tail and all? Like how big is that? I'm trying to look at the leaves, trying to. That's pretty cool. That's similar to the mud puppy. Uh, Obviously would be in the same family. So a mud puppy is North America's largest salamander. About 6 or 7? Okay. That looks so similar to a mud puppy. Slightly different, I guess. Awesome. Rock the like on there. Yeah, you threw a camera down in there, eh? You threw a camera down in the chop. You the man. You've done that before, I think, too. Am I right? I've seen someone else do that, or it's been your channel I've seen it at before. The crab environment, bro. Awesome. So cool. Num num num, dude. I look at them crabs. I like crab, eh? I like seafood. I like all seafood, really. I'm a seafood nut. Num num num, dude. Just looking at that short's making my mouth water. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I love crab, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, my mouth's watering, dude. And it's a live crab doing its thing. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah. It'd be a nice snack right before bed. That's awesome. Freddy the Seal. How many days? How did I miss this? When did you post that? That's awesome. As everybody knows, Reef Robber, Skipjack, Cindy, everybody, Squirrels, a lot of great channels in here. Steel City, he's posting some posts and stuff like that. Reef Robber, guys, if you're not connected to him, and make sure you hit the bell. I hit the bell. I'm on the bell, but like I said, I get so many notifications, then I end up losing track, and I gotta just go to these channels, right, to double check I don't miss anything or whatnot. Awesome. Yeah, Reef's out there all the time. Cindy, as you guys know, always very active channels. And you know, I've watched stuff on Oregon. What was this movie I watched many, many years ago when I was younger, and it's based out of Oregon. It's a classic. What is it? I've always wanted to in person see Oregon. I've always watched the Gold Rush stuff too, and I know there's some of the mountain hills in Oregon. There is Glacier Gold. There is gold. I've watched a little bit of some of the mining that happens in Oregon. But yeah, Oregon, that area, I've always had an interest, or it's always been like, I don't know. Like, I have to go there at some point. And this isn't a new thing. This is well before I ever had a YouTube channel or anything. Like, many years ago, Oregon. I don't know. Then I watched the boys in Gold Rush. They did a season in Oregon. I watched that, like, how many years ago that was. But there was something I watched in other content out of Oregon I watched when I was younger. And I always looked at Oregon. I was like, man, that place is my type of place. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, sweet. Thanks, Reef. Yeah. Yeah. Did he come over to that? Did he sneak up underneath and pull? I don't have my sound on, but it looks like Freddy. Did he go under and sneak down and then pull that salmon head down? Or was that what I missed there? There he goes. Freddy's there. There he goes. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, nice. Come up. Boom. Yeah. Fat Cat, how you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, awesome. Guys, I don't know if you guys are up to date on Reef's channel here, but please do. Great entertainment, education, entertainment, man. That's entertainment to me. Good entertainment, too. Like a lot of places I go there because I like the entertainment and the, whether it's alive, it's the, association or the other content. It's just great entertainment. How you doing tonight, Fat Cat? Barely. You're right, dude. Stealth, dude. I saw that. That's why I had to third look it. Yeah. Now that's a cheek. I think I have to have a snack before bed, guys. Reef's channel makes me hungry. You know what I mean? Like, well, guys, I do have to work early in the morning. Tomorrow's Friday. Been a busy week. Reef, thanks again. I so appreciate it. I can't wait to try these hooks out, the 25 pack of hooks as well. I had one out of the package. Sharp. I'm going to soak them I'm going to fish cats and suckers and that for them, Yeah, I appreciate you, Fat Cat. Right on. Yeah. I know, we're just 10 o'clock, guys. I can empty out the rest of my bucket. I'm going fishing tomorrow after work, so yeah, Reef, we'll get that. Yeah, I got your email there, and I'm like, wow, man, no. Like I was telling Cindy, same thing. Like I'm seeing these shipping rates from north to south, and I'm like, dude, it's... So yeah, I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate that, Reef. You're a good man. Of course, dude, no worries. I appreciate you. Thank you. Dude, I'm fishing with a piece of Oregon, and then the hooks, amazing, man. I'm so excited for the steelhead slammers. I can't wait to rock fish on them. Oh man, I'm gonna throw one tomorrow. Don't know if one will hit tomorrow, just because of the spot I'm fishing at. But I know I get these to where I know they're gonna produce well. I know. That's okay. I know. I appreciate it. I know. Oh, I know that. Yeah. Everything will hit that. I'll catch pike. Everything. I mean, you know me. I don't know if you know that I do fish a lot of different spinners. Well, another one sitting here on the table. Vibrance. I got MEP spinners that I gotta replace the hooks on. I'm always throwing a spinner. I always have a rod with a spinner hooked on it because I can pull my truck over to the side of the road, hop out, boom, grab that pole out of that truck, already rigged up, down in descent, nothing, just 20 casts at a spot and be like, all right, nothing hit it, let's go to the next one. Boom, pull over, ready to go, cast, go. If anything's aggressive, usually they're going to hit. It's not always, but catch a lot of fish on spinners, and it's an easy way to cover a lot of water fast, quickly, and then move. Quickly, move. Anything aggressive is going to smash a spinner, in my opinion. Mind you, I'll hear a lot of people saying, oh, you fish inline spinners? Oh, I can't catch fish on them. They don't work for me. Or I end up getting a snag on bottom, or I get this or that. And I'm just, they don't work for everyone. Got to be mindful of your depth and where you're using them and what's on the bottom for sure. Sometimes I gotta reel in a little faster than I want to because I don't want it to hit the bottom or a tree or whatever. But you just play with that. I find they work and they cover a lot of water. But, all right, guys, we got 46 likes in here. Sweet. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll either see you at your channel, your channels, or back at mine. I am gonna fish tomorrow night. It's a big day for Cindy, a reef garden. We all know that, right? Cindy's having a big. Thanks again, reef. Thanks, garden. Cindy's has a fat cat. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it tons. And we'll see you next time. Paul's way, bro. Yeah, right on. How you doing, Paul? I'm gonna text you very shortly, Paul, in a couple minutes, if you're cool with that. Not Steel City, I don't know if you're listening in, but I'm gonna talk to you shortly here, or whatnot. I don't know what you're up to tomorrow. Anyways, I'll give you a text. I don't know. You know the two spots I was thinking about for tomorrow after work. I don't know if you have any plans or not. And Paul, I don't know how you. We'll talk to you very shortly. Everybody, David, thanks, David. Everybody, Garden, Reef, Cindy, say hi to Travis for me. You're not sure yet. Yeah, okay. Well, you kind of have a rough eye. I am leaving work. I'm not going to work past 4. I'm going to leave work at 4 and I'm heading to the tackle shop. So, and then I just don't know what direction from the tackle shop I'm going. Probably depends on how the horizon looks and the temperature and all that. I guess just, I don't know. But I'm thinking it's the two spots. Part of me thinks Port Dalhousie might be an idea too, but I'm lost on it as I always am, and it's just spur of the moment kind of idea. But I'll definitely talk to you throughout the day tomorrow too. I'll text you on my break or something. Paul, I'm going to talk to you shortly here. Yeah, cool. 11 people here. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for hitting the like. I appreciate the interactions we all do amongst one another. Great stream tonight. And I'll see you at your channel or back at mine. Yeah, John C, buddy. Solid, brother. John C. Thank you, dude. Thank you, John. We'll talk to you later. Probably see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a good night.